Acknowledge me.
Oh, off to a great start. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to No Bucks Given right here on the Horny Goat YouTube channel and the Horny Goat Podcasting Network. It is episode number 76. We sit around and talk about anything and anything that's going on in the world that we decide is worthy, I guess. And that's how I felt about that. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday evening. We had a lot of cool stuff happen this week with us, but you guys know the drill. It's random stuff we're going to be talking about. All the various stuff we're going to talk about is in the description. If you guys want to discuss along with us,
it's not in the description. Heads up.
Not the links.
Nothing is.
Nothing is great.
It can be added later.
No, I'm joking. Everything's in the description. Just
I fucking hate you right now. I really hate you. I'm looking right at it and it's making me fucking the worst type of gaslighting right now.
Basement? Acknowledge me.
I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah, there we go. That's a lot more. Damn it. But anyway, I got, of course, the normal crew. I got Heather, JP, and Basement this fine evening. How y'all doing?
I've been up since 8 o'clock this morning. So I promised the girls that I'd make eggs and bacon. And my niece is staying with us for a couple of days. She goes home tomorrow. But I promised to make them eggs and bacon.
So you ordered DoorDash?
I was hoping that they would forget. So I got up at 8:30, well 8-ish. And they got up about the same time because they heard me rumbling around. I got my coffee, sat down, and they got up, and I'm going, "You guys hungry?" I go, "There's cereal up on top of the fridge." Wendy looks at me. "What the fuck? You said eggs and bacon, motherfucker." She didn't say that, but she looked at me and said eggs and bacon. I'm like, "God damn it." So I had to make eggs and bacon this morning.
Wendy threw you fucking right under the bus.
She did.
Great.
She did. And I'm like, "Heather, you gonna get up?" Hoping she'd help me. She didn't.
No. You made the promise.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're the one who made the promise.
I did. I made eggs and bacon this morning.
Good.
I didn't. I had bacon at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but
There's never a bad time for bacon.
No, there's
no.
Well, maybe during your open heart surgery, but other than that, I think everything else is.
Yeah, I'm
bacon's a good time.
trying to watch what I eat, not so much.
I watch it go down.
It's fine.
I'm not. I need to start though.
I mean, it was his idea for fucking walking tacos and jambalaya.
Well, that's more or less for you guys because I know you like that kind of shit. So I'm like,
So your sacrifice has been.
I personally have never had one, the walking taco, because I'm not a big taco guy. But it's actually pretty good. I hate fucking Taco Bell, so why the fuck would I eat tacos?
Basement, how you doing? Do you eat tacos as well?
Yeah, fuck, I love tacos. They don't love me. I shit immediately. But I woke up at 9 a.m., jumped in the shower, immediately took a shit and piss because it all goes to the same drain. So
yes, thank you, God. All right, thank Christ. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, towards the end of HGGM mode last night, we got into a couple of various, I guess you could say, polarizing questions amongst ourselves. And the two biggest questions was, one, have you ever peed in the shower? And a Basement took apparently a massive offense to this, that like the idea of peeing in the shower was like abomination unto the Lord. And then the other part of it was food consumption, more specifically, like something if you have like a dinner plate, like let's say Thanksgiving dinner, for example, do you dabble in a little bit of everything, or do you eat like, everything, like all the turkey, then all the potatoes? And apparently Basement's mind got broken when Heather revealed that she likes to eat everything of each thing together rather than dabble in it.
No, she wants to eat everything one at a time. She'll finish all the chicken. And then she'll move on to the potato and just eat fucking gobs of potato, one fucking spoonful after the other.
I can hear the rage in your voice just repeating this.
Because it's what the fuck? Isn't food supposed to be meant to eat together? It's all cooked together.
She is eating together.
It's not together.
Okay.
It's not together.
Look,
Like,
I
physical tangent.
I hear what you're saying about the food, but people have a preference. People have preferences. If they want, I don't know why it bothers you so much that people eat their food separately. I don't understand why you're so offended by people pissing in the shower. Just as long as they're not pissing in your shower, does it really bother you?
Okay, so let me rephrase this. The whole time we're talking about this, I'm thinking obviously of the shower that I have, and anybody that would piss in that shower, it's a bathtub shower combination. So
Right.
first of all, it's gonna wash back into the fucking tub and get all disgusting back there, and it's not an open hole drain. There's a cap on top of it, so you're pissing on the cap. It's going everywhere. Okay.
Okay, wait. Can you just wait? If you're taking a shower, you leave the cap in there?
You can't take the cap off. It's part of the fucking thing.
Oh, okay. So it's like one of those
push down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then just aim.
What? How? Into like a fucking little.
Do I really need to hold on? Do I really hold on?
You don't
do I really need
understand.
to
What are you
fucking
gonna
explain how to fucking aim?
But like, what are you, a fucking marksman? This is like, the hole is tiny, man.
Right now.
The hole is tiny. Man.
First off, I didn't say I was a fucking marksman. I'm just saying is that like you don't have to hit the. I'm not saying you have to make a bullseye. I'm just saying get within like 30 fucking points.
But then you get
I'm not saying you have to be
and you know what? You
pinpoint
get
accurate and piss through a
That goes
goddamn
all over
needle
the fucking
hole.
place. Now you got urine on everything. See the problem? I don't want to live in a world where
you just
urine's on
aim
everything. Doesn't it just piss on the bathtub?
the tub.
No, I don't like that. You're gonna have
No.
backsplash. You will, man. You're gonna
If
get
you
it on
aim
your fucking,
right.
No, man, that shit travels. You're gonna get that on your fucking
No, you won't.
your shower curtains.
Oh wait, hold on. Are you?
A pissy shower curtain, man.
I was about to say. Oh, it's gonna wash up on me. Oh no! If only I could wash it off of me somehow.
You can wash your shower curtain too.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a
but,
shock!
like,
I wonder
wouldn't it-
why.
okay.
I wonder how.
Would
Water.
I make the decision to piss in the shower?
Oh,
Dude, I hate you guys. Would you piss in the sink then, your bathroom sink, just because? Because you can.
Yes, I've done it.
But for what
Yeah.
reason? Just because you wanted
I can't, 'cause
to?
I don't think my bathroom counter can hold me.
Because my back was hurting me. Yeah,
because
my back was hurting me.
Yes. So like, I just like it amazed me how I now I feel like everybody in the world pisses in the shower, and I'm the weird one. Don't you not acknowledge me?
Yeah, correct.
Fuck you people, man.
Hey.
Acknowledge me.
Why don't we just get rid of toilets altogether and shit all over the place?
And Jurgen, that was me that answered under JP's name. But yeah, I don't care. You can ask me.
Alpha says,
He asked about my Nightmare Before Christmas tattoo, partial sleeve. That's.
I mean, yeah, it only took you. Oh, each section took 4 hours. I was gonna say the only thing took 4 hours. I'm like, Jesus, that's it.
No, they would. A respectable tattoo place will not let you do an entire sleeve like that in one sitting because that is just one giant open wound.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get that. Alpha says, bro, when you piss in the shower, it 9 times out of 10 goes towards the drain, which is where it's going down anyway. So thank you, Alpha.
When it's errant and fucking goes all over the walls.
God. Are you a germaphobe?
No, man, but it's just gross to me. If I how long do you fucking shower for? Like 4 hours? What are you gonna hold the piss in?
No. What?
I just normally take a piss and then I go take a shower.
I mean, that's the goal, but like circumstances awry and laziness kicks in sometimes.
That's super lazy.
Well, if you're in the shower and you're already wet, what are you gonna do? Drip all the water on your floor while you're standing there taking a piss?
Finish the shower, dry off, and take a piss.
One of my favorite jokes from Daniel Tosh. He's like, "You ever have to shit after you take a shower?" He goes, "Oh, I might as well crawl back into bed and fucking start the whole day over."
Right.
It's the worst thing ever.
Taking a shit after taking a shower is ruining
so
the
why
shower,
not just take a shit while in the shower, guys? Come on, same drain.
No, that's not get crazy.
I'll stab everyone.
Why everyone shitting in the shower? So we do have a couple of topics, but I do have a couple of rando questions that I found from one of my favorite podcasts, which is the Are You Garbage podcast. It's just questions about like, either you or people that you know in your family or whatnot. And these are just random ones. So does anybody in your family have a flame tattoo?
No.
I don't think so. No.
I know I don't.
I don't know. A flame tattoo, I think, what is fucking Guy Fieri land?
Any flames whatsoever?
I think my cousin Danny has one around his ankle.
Fire.
I don't
I
think
think.
so.
I don't know for sure.
I don't think so. But then again, it's not like, hey, do you have a flame on your tattoo or on your body?
Flame on your tattoo?
It's on my vagina, motherfucker.
Yeah, it would be one place I had a tattoo.
And you didn't
Hot
take
pussy.
anything.
I've never really looked, so I
What's
can't
that?
say
Oh,
that.
it's my burning bush. I remember I asked this. Ever fallen through ice in basement? You said yes, right?
I have.
Like not through not through like a lake or anything like that. I fell through ice on a pool. On a pool when I was young, and I was like, I know, but that's where my mind went first. And I'm like, did I say that? And then I'm like, okay, I know what he's talking about.
JP, you did?
I did, but it wasn't anything dramatic. It was literally just a puddle on a street corner that had frozen over, and my foot went in, so it was nothing.
Still counts.
No, I have. I fell in. I didn't fall in, but I was walking on the pond that
Thin
my
ice.
aunt and uncle have, and I fell through it.
I'm just picturing JP now in fucking a Christmas. What is it?
A Christmas
God.
story.
Yeah, Christmas Story. Fuck, motherfucker, the Sasquatch looking bitch.
I just think the idea of JP walking on thin ice just sounds so right.
I didn't know it was thin ice. I didn't know it was thin ice.
Just the way that you talk on Twitter. I fell through a fucking pool, and I was like fully dressed for mostly winter. I was a young kid. I'm pretty sure I almost died, but there was like a ladder right there that I climbed at.
$1 million question: why were you on top of the pool?
Because I was stupid. Most of the things that I fucked up in my life, that's the answer.
I'm kind of retarded.
All right. Do you consider American cheese to be cheese?
Yes.
Not in Canada.
If it's bought from the deli, yes.
Oh my God, it's cheese, people.
Yeah.
It's that
Do you know what
damn
American-
dirty southern cheese is what we call it here.
American cheese is actually cheese, people.
Okay.
Or else it
It's
wouldn't be
not
called
processed.
American cheese.
Actual American cheese is like an
You're acting.
It's unaged.
Okay, but you're acting like a mob is challenging you on your beliefs when no one's like it's cheese, people.
I'm trying to remember. So cheddar cheese is aged.
Cheater Chaz, okay.
Swiss, any cheese that you eat is
Right.
aged a certain amount of time, which gives it its flavor. American cheese is skim off the top of the. It's like curd.
So it's not cheese.
Oh my God! I'm a fucking curd is cheese. Curd. How do you think cheese is made? Basement. It's curd. Cheese is curd.
This is me getting back
Still-
for pissing in the shower.
Yes,
See.
American cheese is cheese. Anybody that says it's not has no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Have you ever tailgated an event and not gone in?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Because I forgot. I got so drunk. I got so drunk. I forgot. Oh fuck! I got tickets to go into this game, and I paid for good fucking seats too.
Oof.
They still lost, but we ended up. We had more fun at the tailgate than we did. At the
That's
game.
usually the case. But we don't have tailgate parties here.
No,
but
I
we
usually have fun. I usually have fun at
parties.
games. When I go in, they're fun. I have fun at live events like that. I've always had fun.
The thing
you
is, you
ever-
almost have to like go wild at like the pre-party, whether it be a tailgate or something else, because the cost of drinking once you get in, fucking bankruptcy.
Oh, Jesus.
The last time we tailgated, I did it with Himmelfarb and Heather. Me and Himmelfarb and Heather.
I
Yeah,
just
every
got
time
fucking
I
brain
tailgated,
dead.
I haven't been able to drink because I was pregnant.
Next time we go to a fucking like you say that like we're never ever going to another fucking game.
I thought I
Well, that's
swore
how they've
first.
been performing. We are not paying them money to go sit in the fucking stadium
I
and
was-
watch.
Well, you can just pretend you have tickets and show up at the tailgate.
True. That's true.
So the cool thing about American Family Field in Milwaukee is you can pay for parking, and you can sit there and tailgate.
Yeah, just show up at the
You don't have
tailgate,
to go
bring
in.
some
You can
American
sit there
cheese
and order.
curds.
And it's actually pretty fun. Yes, basement. I'm gonna eat cheese curds.
They
Yeah.
do serve them along with Johnsonville brats,
Mm-hmm.
which are fucking
And
fantastic.
Clements, sausages.
Please don't make me hungry while I'm high because I have munchies bad enough as it is, and then I usually wake up in the morning really regretting it one way or the other.
Beckers there too.
Usingers, Clements.
Dick.
All sausages.
They have the sausage races after the 6th inning.
Oh god, that shit's fucking hilarious.
That shit's fucking
Sausage
hysterical,
races?
especially on a Sunday because they have the kids running and they have the little mini sausages. There was, so I was at a game. I was at the game where one of the their Brewers were playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he took a bat and hit him with the sausage. I can't remember who. I want to say it was Glenn Allen Hill.
He hit a
He
kid
took a
with a bat.
He took a bat and hit one of the sausages because he ran by.
Oh my god, that's
He got suspended for like 3 games for doing it, but it was fucking hilarious.
Some things are worth it.
Everybody in the fucking crowd went boo.
oh
The
my God.
entire stadium was fucking shit faced.
That's fucking
It
great.
was great. It was
Have
great.
you ever owned a butterfly knife or other mall ninja gear?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I never owned a butterfly knife. And when you say mall ninja gear, I'm gonna
And I
say
tried
like,
doing the whole fucking thing.
yeah, I had this stupid like looking like wavy blade. You know, I don't know what they're called. It's not like serrated or anything. It's just wavy. It's like a fucking movie prop. But I was like,
Wait,
this
is it the one that like
Knives that they portray the Arabians to usually have.
not even. No, this was like those like something that
Like
had
the
a
little
fantasy.
side daggers that they have that are like S curved.
No, not like just
Well, I
like
think
for like if you put paint in water and switched it around.
No.
That wavy shit. It was like it would never hurt anybody, but I'm like, I'm so cool.
have
I
you ever
was not
I
cool.
think the right
I-
move just
yeah,
fucking on Canadian.
I saw that and that was great karma. Have you ever eaten your candy as you were trick or treating?
Oh fuck yes. There have been times I got home from trick or treating and did not have any candy left for the next fucking day.
So my favorite trick or treat candy is caramels. The craft caramels. I used to get those. I would show up at the next house eating a caramel. Couldn't say trick or treat because the caramel was sticking to your.
Now when he shows up like that, it's a completely different story. No, I've never eaten a candy. Well, my sister stole my fucking candy, and then my dog stole my candy. And then one of my friends got robbed trick or treating.
You had a rough childhood, didn't you?
And one of my friends got robbed trick or treating, so I shared my candy with him. I never really took home a full load.
No, I always dabbled, especially if it was like easy to consume candy that you could like either down one,
Hershey bars and shit
yeah,
like that.
or like the small M&Ms. I could just
Mhm.
bam, like it's like doing like almost like a fucking shot glass. Is cereal soup?
No, it's cereal.
It's cereal.
Okay.
Where is this coming from?
I mean, if it was soup, wouldn't it be called breakfast soup? Everywhere you go,
I mean,
It could be a trend we could start.
breakfast
No.
soup.
Breakfast soup. Breakfast soup.
people want shit to start trending because
Wake
Look
up and
JP's
have some pea soup. Ew.
some JP soup.
Oh god, I don't want JP soup. I really don't.
Hey,
You know how he was. You know how he was like a minute ago.
well, that I was trying. To
That's how
make
you
fun
get
of.
JP soup.
I'm kind of retarded.
Milked fresh every day from its
it's
source.
I don't know. It sounds better than JPOV.
Oh yeah, that sounds good though.
What is the sexiest and least sexiest? Sexiest and least sexy name.
Ooh, like
What?
the least sexy name?
Yeah,
Oh, there's a
Least and the
lot
sexiest.
out there.
Keith.
Oh, you're talking about men?
I'm just talking in general.
What, Keith is sexy or not sexy?
Not non-sexy.
Because it sounds like teeth.
No, I got a better one.
Daryl.
Albert.
What about Jagpreet?
You know, I'm just gonna refrain from answering this question.
Why?
What about Horace? Horace is a terrible name.
Ooh, that's a bad
God,
one.
yeah.
That's a bad one.
I mean,
Fuck
Albert's,
Abner.
Albert's,
what's a really bad name? Myrtle.
Myrtle's a bad one. Yeah, a real bad one.
Myrtle and
Magda.
I
Magda.
want to fuck Myrtle.
I know.
Usually when I'm driving down the fucking road on the highway, drive by two old people, it's like Myrtle and Fred. Hey, look, Myrtle. Let's look at the fucking corn.
Go along that line. Ethel.
Rayshon
Oh, yeah.
says Sharkeisha. Is that real? It's Shark Week, baby.
Sharkeisha. I'll tell you, any names along, you know what's funny? I'm glad Rayshon fucking said it, but any name that is in that same vein of like that type of name, no.
I'm not a fan of
Sharkeisha,
Elton.
Ladisha, fucking.
Ooh,
No,
Elton,
I
yeah.
don't mind the name Tanisha. That's not bad. She tried to rape me when I was a kid.
Not bad.
Tanisha's not bad, but I said Ladisha.
No.
What was Napoleon? LaFonda.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, LaFonda. Rasputia. Alva's like, that's a debate we'll go on. Yeah, no kidding. Weirdest smell you've ever smelled. Weirdest smell.
That's tough.
What?
Question, man.
That's tough to recall.
Unaged, still being brewed Jack Daniels.
What's it smell like?
Literal cow manure.
Well,
I'm
there
not
goes that spot.
Let
There
me
goes that
see.
sponsorship. Support us with a super chat.
What is the weirdest smell I have ever smelt?
I can give you what mine was. It was
For me, it's goat's milk.
It's a pretty weird smell.
best way to describe it.
It almost smells like milk and water mixed together.
It does. Like, it smells like milk has become water and it has become rotten.
Ugh.
It's kind of like what I was thinking. I used to work at Baskin and Robbins, right? And for fun, we would just throw every flavor in and make milkshakes, see what it tastes like.
Yeah, we did. I did the same thing at
and then,
Starbucks.
and then we left it there overnight. And the next day, it smelled like when milk goes bad.
Yes.
That, but some like severe sweetness to it.
Oh no!
Like a berry axe spray was like over it.
It was really. When somebody kind of like when somebody is like disgusting body odor and they
Yes.
put Axe spray on.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
The weirdest smell I have ever smelled. Okay, now imagine you're out in the field for 2 weeks and you come back from no.
Cornfield.
The weirdest smell is when you haven't cleaned a bathroom with 100 guys in one building for a week.
The shit medley.
And it just smells of it's a bad smell. It smells of body odor and shit. Just imagine that smell. For a week. You walk in the bathroom and just collapse.
Now I'm hungry again. This is gonna be comedic. It's not a bad smell. It's not a good smell. But when I had my car crash a couple months ago, just hear me out. Wait. Just hear me out. When I came to in the hospital, I could smell like the sterilization of like the hospital room and stuff like that.
Shit.
Wait. It gets better. Just real fast.
That they use for the bed. Those
It's that. Wait. It's a combination of that, the cotton. Don't know why the fuck I could smell the cotton, but whatever. And I shit you not, burning rubber.
Stuck with you.
Yeah,
do you guys?
that's
Okay,
not-
I got a question for you guys.
If you have ever been in an accident,
Hmm.
and
Don't drive with me.
I've been knocked out, but I came to at that when I hit my deer, hit a deer going 60 miles an hour.
Mm.
I came to, and it smelled. It
Well, yeah.
smelled like burnt rubber and
leaking oil.
no, Because it didn't destroy the car.
No, but it
Oh,
doesn't.
it
That
destroyed
doesn't.
the car.
It doesn't prevent the smell of leaking oil.
Even if
When
it
I
destroys
had
the
my
car.
accident, when I had my accident with my mom, that's what I smelled: burning rubber, the smell of leaking oil, and a mix of antifreeze too.
Yeah, that's a weird smell too.
What,
You know what? Like I remember. Okay, there's a couple. There's one from when I was in like shop, like auto class when I was younger.
Mhm.
Varsol is such a strong
Oh, yeah.
scent that
Yep.
sticks
Yeah.
with you forever. But
Mhm.
not that. I had a question for you guys. If you've ever gotten like, and I'm sure you guys have like IVs or saline or anything like that,
Mhm.
can you taste it? I taste it as soon as it
Yes,
enters my body through.
I get that metallic kind of taste.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
So you get saline, like a saline
Saline
drip,
the saltwater drip.
saltwater drip.
Oh.
But can you taste it? And I talked to like
Mm,
the medical staff, and they're like, some people can, most people can't. And I'm like, man, I can taste it as soon as it fucking enters my bloodstream.
Yeah.
You-
It's between
So-
as soon as it gets in the vein, I can taste it, and my entire body just gets instantly cold.
Yeah,
so
same.
when I went for what the fuck, the cyst removal back, like way back, I was in a lot of pain, and they're like, oh, we're gonna give you some morphine. I'm like, bitchin', you said it, not me.
Oh, I could
And I
taste
could-
that too.
I could
Yeah.
taste. Not only could I, well, I mean, taste / everything went numb, but I could feel it, like my body. I felt like fucking like a Ken doll or
You know what
something
it
like that. You
feels
could
like? An
just feel it going
extremely
down your body.
It feels like an extremely strong, for me at least, an extremely strong like muscle relaxant. Your
Oh,
body
yeah.
just stops meaning anything
Oh.
to you.
Yeah, between that and if you have
Do
a
with me
bad
what you
reaction
will.
to it, like I did, you're sitting there and you're trying to stay awake, but then you also feel like your skin is crawling.
Oh, that's
So
bad.
so I went in for the colonoscopy, and when they gave me the IV of the stuff that I could
The
taste
anesthetic.
it. I could taste it.
Yeah, see that's something
I
like
can
no
go-
matter what they put in my veins, I can taste it. Saline has a very. It doesn't taste like salt water or anything, but it tastes like the only answer I can give you is it tastes like hospital.
I equate it to putting a true silver spoon in your mouth. You get that metallic almost zing in your mouth.
Yeah, I
At
mean
least
you
for
could
me.
taste. When I had those fucking blood clots, I could taste blood, obviously, but like I could
Jesus, oh.
smell. I could smell it, like it's a heavy like smell and
Yeah.
taste of copper.
Yes.
And even to this day
Yeah.
now, I can like smell. Sometimes like I'll go by someone that has like if they're like been working out or doing something and they're like sweating, their body odor smells like metal to me. So I think I like my body's completely fucked up after that happened.
You never know.
Maybe just a little bit. What's up, Paul Arzola? Joining us in the Chizat. I think I'm good on the questions for now. We want to switch over to some of the actual stuff we were gonna talk about.
I've had this man shitting on this other man going for about fucking 45 minutes.
Just keep it going.
Yeah, all right.
What about
Man,
now?
the amount of like fucking pressure. He must have bad sinuses. Okay, so Evils of Hollywood and the seemingly odd agenda of blatantly covering up how much they really love kids. Is this about the
Oh, this is like a catch-all for a couple things.
I was about to say, like, are we talking like the SAG shit and going on, like the writer's strike and everything like that, or are we talking about the
No,
movie
this
that
is
they
more to do with there's a movie obviously, but there's been a lot of like push against like Hollywood pedophilia recently. In their own industry, but it's weird because like I noticed this too, and Gina was talking about going to that movie. I can't remember what it's called, but it has to do with
Sound of
like
Freedom?
yeah, there you go. It has to do with like based on a true story, which is probably like when I say based, it's
what
Cocaine
was the
Bear
movie?
based.
The Sound of Freedom.
It's about
That was it.
it's I mean, I've read the synopsis on it. It doesn't look like it's too bad.
Well, have you heard what the big like trend is lately? Is that when people go to see the movie, some sort of mysterious circumstance happened to try to prevent people from seeing it, like
So
either the
I
ACs
think
or
that is horseshit for me.
yeah,
personally.
I call BS
like
on some of these.
like the AC's not working. Oh, the movie keeps turning off. That kind of stuff is horseshit. But the fact that like it gets zero coverage by Hollywood at
Yeah.
all, and it's
Well.
just like it's like a. But this is not just that movie. Like there's anything that like kind of gets like promoted as like we're talking about pedophilia in Hollywood. It's like no, we aren't. You can you make a movie. We're not covering it. We're not promoting it. We're not doing anything with it. There's just too many things that kind of add up together, and this is kind of in contention with what Heather shared about fucking Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, Oprah Winfrey, she was involved in the Epstein thing, or her name is associated with it.
Oh, it goes deeper than that.
Look, Connor, get it ready. Here's the thing. I find that the Hollywood thing has some. So every time thing pops up, you're gonna do that. Ouch, that hurt my knee. I find it to be rather silly that Hollywood is not promoting this movie, because they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, and number two,
I'm going back
this
to
is
number
hard
one.
for me because there's more to Hollywood. I just want Hollywood to fucking completely collapse.
I think that's kind of what needs to happen, because I mean there is so much fucking dirt under the sheets.
This shit fucking started with Hollywood when Donald Trump won the presidency, and they had a complete fucking meltdown in all of Hollywood because he, a non-politician, beat Hillary Rodham Clinton, who was their savior and fucking.
Who's also been linked to fucking every terrible thing in the. I see things online. It's like, when 56 of your friends commit suicide, you gotta fucking ask what.
I don't know if the question was posed, is Joe Biden a pedophile? I don't personally think he is. It just looks a little creepy with some of the shit that he does.
You sure about that?
But I'm not going to say that he
sure
is.
about that?
I don't think he is.
My only thing is, like, when it comes to like that shit, for a majority of the public, they're not going to believe anybody is anything unless you see him just fucking barebacking a 3-year-old on stage.
Oh, that's the thing. And the thing with Epstein, he was not killed. I think he killed himself.
Oh, I'm 100% sure he was killed.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
If you look at like the evidence of this just so happened to happen that day,
There were too many
It's
insinuating
super
circumstances.
convenient.
It's a little too coincidental for me.
I mean, it just so happened to happen that fucking Lyndon B. Johnson, and I don't want this to turn into politics. It also just so happened that Lyndon B. Johnson entered the United States into the Vietnam War after the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
So if this guy then killed himself and all the shit that they were going to unveil just conveniently disappeared, the list of people conveniently disappeared, and the investigation into Epstein Island conveniently disappeared.
I hear you. I'm not saying. Remember conspiracy theories.
This is one that I think has a lot of merit. This has way more merit than even 9/11. A lot of people were fucking crazy with that one.
What said about conspiracy theories, Basement? We've talked about this.
I'm not a big fan of them.
There's a lot of validity to conspiracy theories.
I'm not a big fan of them, but Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's a lot of validity to it. I mean, but I don't think that that's true.
9/11, I can see two sides of an argument. And I can see like people going crazy with conspiracy theories, but like child trafficking, and with a lot of like hands in the pie in Hollywood, I can easily see.
I'm sure that's true, because we watched the People Investigates Cults, that NXVM or whatever it was. There's your answer. I'm not saying that Hollywood isn't doing it. I just don't know.
I don't know what level and how involved certain people are, but there is like this is like, if I was to write a fucking movie about how like, oh, someone's gonna spill government secrets and they just conveniently die, the camera stops working, the guards are all off duty. It's like, come on, man.
I mean, let's look at the you want to talk about cults? Look at Tom Cruise. He's one of the biggest actors in the world, and he is in a cult.
He's damn near leading that cult
See,
at this
see
point.
the one
Pretty
thing that
much.
like I get lost with like this movement of like child trafficking. Child trafficking, I can exist to be. I can believe to exist to be a very like money making industry, which is terrible. But
Yes.
when people start talking, oh, it's not that they're drinking the children's blood to get adrenochrome or something. I'm like, that's when you kind of lose me because now it's some sort of fucking weird devil fantasy.
Lizard people.
So the Sound of Freedom, the movie itself, is not about fighting against pedophilia. It's a story about a guy who is an agent of the federal government or former agent of the federal government, and he is like I want to say a mercenary of sorts.
Or
I
vigilante.
think either like a
And
friend of
he goes
his or
around
something
and
happens.
he's trying to
I think like he gets onto like a case of like child trafficking for someone close to him,
exactly,
and then it
he's
just blows up from there.
yes, he's trying to
Bring the children home safely.
these two kids of his. He's a friend, I guess. He's trying to save these two kids of his friend, this guy, from
But
being sex trafficked.
so the reason and it's just this movie, the reason that I also wanted to bring this up was the fact that if you look historically at people that start to point fingers at Hollywood and child trafficking, you start not seeing them anymore. I'm not saying they're killing them. They're
Right.
just not featured. They're not given anything. Ashton Kutcher fell off the fucking map when he started doing it. Mel Gibson was excommunicated. I mean, they found
Brendan Fraser.
another reason to do that to him. Brendan Fraser, because he
And
was
he
fucking...
made a more public reason behind it.
And
Right.
apparently Mark Wahlberg's attached to this shit too in some way.
Yep.
Well, he's against, so he's trying to. He wants to expose it. Him and Mel Gibson want to expose it.
Mhm.
And the thing is, Mel Gibson got like arrested while drunk and said some fucking anti-Semitic shit. But
Yeah.
like in terms of like career ruining moves, that
So-
has completely destroyed a guy that was literally A-list movie star, disappeared and was never welcomed back.
Who?
Mel Gibson.
He hasn't disappeared. He's still around.
No,
Yeah,
but
but the
like
only projects he does are the ones that he does out of his own pocket.
Okay.
That's what they're talking about.
Oh, well, that I understand.
Kinda
That's because
blacklisted.
Hollywood doesn't want to associate. When somebody gets fucking drunk, I mean, I get drunk.
Ezra
and
Miller started a cult and he's got a movie coming out.
Tom Cruise is in a cult.
And he's
Yeah.
got many movies coming out.
So
See, this is
Paris
like when you-
Hilton got drunk numerous times.
When you
She's
pick and
still
choose, like
part of
certain
Hollywood.
people seem to be like destroyed for it, but he was also
Because
outwardly
they
spoken against
don't fall
pedophilia in Hollywood.
line- They don't fall in line with what
Hollywood
everybody
wants.
wants them to be. So Hollywood.
There just
cancels
happens to be a
them,
link between a lot of these people and
and I
them
get it.
fighting
Get it.
against Hollywood's like predatory nature.
Hmm.
I mean, it kind of died from fucking
He was like
Attorney
I think he was like a sacrificial lamb. I mean, he obviously was guilty, but it's like we got to give him something.
He's in Scientology, just like
Scientology's leader's wife disappeared from the fucking planet and nobody cares.
that. Dude, I watch a lot of things on cults. When I was a junior in high school, my teacher, his brother was in a Hare Krishna cult, and we had, and it was English related. So he actually, you need you to find it, do a report on the cult. And with, you got to do it was an English paper. So I've always been fascinated with cults. I don't want to be in a cult, but I think we're all in a cult. Just saying, not.
Well,
Like-
people will naturally prescribe to a way of thinking, whether it's
Right.
cult, whether it's religion, or if you want to call them the same thing, it's up to you. Whether it's that or it's like healthy living, veganism, all this shit. It's like
Yeah.
I need to find a place in this world, and these people, I feel an identity with them. Therefore, you gravitate. But a lot of people are in their thoughts are fucking extreme. Where it's not like I just want to be a vegan. I'm not going to talk about other people are like I'm going to be a vegan, and every fucking person I know is going to know it.
It's not just every person I know. Every person I make eye contact with, they're gonna know I am vegan.
And then there's those people that become vegan and then hate everybody that eats meat.
Yeah.
as like some sort of like
Frightened
hierarchy in their
act.
mind. Yeah.
You look at these, and I'm not shitting on what you do, like Mary Kay and Sensi. They have the.
Tread carefully.
I am treading very carefully.
Okay.
Remember when I
Sensi's
said thin ice with him? Perfect.
Did you know that phrase you used earlier this evening?
So, like, they have. I watched a documentary on these people. They made the pants.
LaLaRoe, like
Yeah. They made the pants.
Lululemons.
They essentially became
no,
Lalaroo or whatever.
But
it is.
it's like
Lululemon, actually.
in a
No,
lot of
Lulu.
workplaces, and I've worked for so many fucking people. There's like this, we're gonna do a powwow or fucking meeting, and it's gonna be like weirdly like everybody's fake, and everyone's like, yeah, we're great, we're doing great, everything's great. Can I get a high five from everyone? Can I get a go team? It's like, no,
That's what Mary Kay was.
can't do that. You can't do that.
I wouldn't say. Okay, Aaron, you're kind of just lumping. What I really fucking hate is when you start It's like and I'm this Harry Sisson kid. Like, he'll say all Republicans are bad. Like, why do people lump
Because it's all tribalism. Everything is tribalism nowadays.
Stop doing that. Not everybody in Hollywood is bad.
No, but there is a sect of Hollywood elites that are bad, and you can tell what they're bad for. Who knows?
Might just be 3 or 4 fucking people.
But all you have to really do is look at where the most money is, and you know there's huge corruption.
Yes, exactly.
My brother's a vegan. He's not a bad person. I'm just saying.
No, but it's like the type of people, and this exists. Like you can see it today in today's day and age massively with the LGBTQ plus whatever. That is like, I prescribe to this, therefore I have to support it no matter what, and like sometimes violently or sometimes like nonsensically, I'm going to support everything they do. I'm like, not everything they do is something you should support. And the same thing happens with Black Lives Matter. Any of these movements, it's like you have, like, again, people prescribe. Some people are like, okay, I'm all for LGBTQ rights. That's kind of where I sit. And then anything above that is kind of wild.
Dramatic and overboard.
Yeah. It's like you turn your personality into the thing you're subscribing to, and then you're not yourself anymore. And this is where your family stops talking to you because they don't know you, and you start to lose everything. Because in your mind, you've gained the one thing that's finally accepted you. All they did was turn you into something you weren't.
Right.
Speaking of which, what the fuck is going on with Jada Pinkett Smith?
She's doing drugs with her kids.
She what?
She gave her children hallucinogenic mushrooms before they were 18.
So they could have a family talk. I just feel like she's probably one of the worst people in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, look at her.
And her response to fucking Jaden coming out with that was, you can read all about it in our book. So
I know, she's like a fucking snake oil salesman.
What a pretentious cunt.
I know, what a fucking bitch. Like, honestly, she's like, do you remember any movie she's been in for her? No. Do you remember anything about her? The only thing I know about her is she went on fucking live air and like made her husband into a cuck. And then her husband slapped someone, and then she became like the ultimate bitch. And now she's doing psychedelic drugs with her kids and selling books about it. That sounds like a stable person that everybody should listen to.
Any responsible parent would do the same.
Fucking bald bitch.
God damn it. All right, well, fuck her.
She can take a flying leap off fucking Golden Gate Bridge. I hope a great white shark bites her fucking face off. Anyway, go ahead.
Can you put that on a reef when she dies? So when the other thing was, I was looking through this and I forgot that I was the one that shared this about the video game where you can actually fuck a bear.
Oh my god! I watched this and I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
I'm so happy I came across that.
I'm like, about time, right, guys?
Look, when I seen this, I'm like, what is this? This has got to be some clickbait shit.
I've got a serious question for everybody here. Like, we've all played video games.
Yeah.
Do you really want sex in video games?
No.
That
I
is a great scene in the fucking movie, man. I'm just gonna fucking say that.
I've been putting into suggestion boxes on various different video game companies' websites for quite some time.
Can I fuck it? When you hear the guy with the blender, will it
Yep,
blend?
yep. Would it spell can I F-U-K? Everything's lowercase. Yeah. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I don't want sex in video games either. Because just no.
I don't. Okay,
I feel like there's romance in video games. You can have romance, but I feel like it should be done.
That's
Like
not-
I don't
that's
think
not
you need
romance.
gratuitous sex in any video game.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't it Last of Us did that?
It's
They
not-
had
Last
a
of Us
sex
had
scene.
no. They had like a kissing scene that went to black. They weren't
Well,
fucking
didn't Last
scissoring
of
on
Us-
screen.
But didn't Last of Us? I thought Last of Us 2 had a sex scene where she was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
heavy.
She was getting pounded in the
Yeah, so
ass,
I don't
but that
think-
was still
but-
like that wasn't gratuitous. It showed her boobies, but that's it. I feel like okay, I'm not against
I don't
it.
care if it's a part of the game. It's a part of the game, but don't make it about the game. I don't.
Well, I mean, this
don't
game
make
is
the
like
fucking-
so in
I-
like I played Mass Effect. You could romance your fucking so somebody on your ship, whether it is a man or woman or a fucking
Oh.
creature. It didn't matter.
You
But they
have-
weren't like going crazy with like different angles of fucking. You know the MacGruber sex scene where he's in the fucking cemetery. I'm gonna burst.
So there is, and I,
Forgot about
for
that.
Star Wars, like the Old Republic game, you can go romantic with your crew.
It's the same as same as Mass Effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that. You don't have to, but you can.
And I
If
think that's the same for this game. The only reason it's being pinpointed is because it's a Dungeons and Dragons game, and your character, just like the movie, can change their shape into an animal form. And I think if you do it right before the cutscene hits, you'll fuck a bear.
Yes. Yes.
So fuck fight
Right.
forever. I know what I'm
So-
getting.
So, and that's fine.
Fuck forever.
This apparently what had happened was is they showed this happening at their
Like the game
Release.
reveal. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
that's
everybody in the crowd fucking went holy shit, and they cut off the fucking stream.
I feel okay, and those are
Puts a
all like
smile on my face.
that's all planned footage. So I think they just wanted to show that like anything is possible, but then you have the certain sector of the internet like, are you saying it's okay to fuck animals?
See
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
again, you're going down that fucking path. I think they're trying to appease the LGBTQ plus community.
Furries everywhere. It's like, oh my god, I
Yeah.
finally can fuck a bear. It's my life mission. I hope they get mauled to death.
I don't know who would want to fuck a bear.
I was waiting for Basement to put like a picture of himself on Twitter and be like, no means no.
Apparently, no, I'm not going to share that little bit of.
No, come on, come on.
Apparently,
This is-
you know,
This is why I only play the sports games, because you can only do.
you can only
can't
fuck
have
men in
sex.
those.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we take it to the DLC.
Downloadable cock. No, what is this? It's apparently, you know why so many people were like in history, like, oh, he fucks goats. Goats have like a very like 98% same vagina as a woman,
I'm
or
just gonna walk
96%.
away from you.
Well, you know that joke from Carlin, right? Do you know why you fuck a sheep at the edge of a cliff?
So the sheep push back.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you the empty can.
Anyways, yeah, that's why people fuck goats because they have a human vagina or close to it.
They're bashful. All right, what else we got here? Kotaku believes there are too many games coming out on October 9th.
See, this
Yes.
is the one thing that either Heather or JP shared, but like
I did.
I looked at it and they all they'd say is 9 games.
Yeah.
And I'm
They don't
like,
give you titles of everything.
well, no, like they gave the titles, and I'm like, it's such a clickbait fucking title that it angers me. It's like, okay, October is a huge game release month anyway because a lot of sports games release like late September, early October for the new seasons. But
Let's say right before Christmas.
games they listed, like half of them, I'm like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Apparently they do.
Well, I mean, anything to fucking write an article. Too many games in October. It's like what in their mind, and I think this is like really dried up. People run out to buy games day of release. The combination of the cost of games and the failure of first day releases should be hurting
Shit.
those
Yeah.
pre-orders and first day sales. They're probably not, but they should be.
So
Um,
Heather brought something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I can't remember. I think honestly, the only time I ever nowadays do same day release on a video game is honestly the WWE stuff, and it's only because I kind of already know what I'm getting myself into when I'm getting
Right.
it. But
See, I would have
Anyway.
done same day release purchase of Final Fantasy, but then I read about the game and it's like they've gone away from the style I like to like an action fighting game,
Yeah.
which is probably more. I think Heather, you like that more than probably what I would like. But that was like, nah, I'm not paying $90 for a game
Ugh.
that I might not care for.
Even if I would like the game at $90, I will wait for it to go on sale and then I will try
Yeah,
it.
but we're all adults. Kids would be like, nah.
So Heather, before we jumped on here. Heather told me that all the old games are. What was it?
It's like because like physical copies of games are dying and everything is virtual, the old game library is disappearing. It's like being held back. So you don't have access. Like if I wanted to get like right now, if I wanted to get a game, I'd buy it on PlayStation Store, right?
Right.
However, most games are not available on PlayStation Store. Even the old games are like filtered through heavily.
sorry, you just reminded me that the Twisted Metal games are on the PlayStation Store now, so I'm like popping it on there.
I don't think they're like games of the month, so they'll just be in that like
don't care.
you can get
Library,
anytime. But yeah, that's what I understood of it, Heather.
Okay. I'm like, so I can't play Pong anymore?
Nope.
Nope. Unless you download it on your
You can
fucking
get,
phone.
you can
It's
get
not
the
the original.
mobile version and play
Which is not the
that,
original
but
game.
It's not the same.
Like the original games are all being lost because the old like physical material is being recycled and gotten rid of. And people don't like there's no store that's like, oh, I sell fucking games from Atari era.
Well,
go ahead.
They're just very far and few between.
And they can't rely on new supply. Like it's, you know what I mean?
I agree with you, Alpha. There are certain games that are worth the $25.
There's certain games in my mind that are worth the full price tag that they sell them for. There are very few games, but I would say like if $25 is what people paid to watch a movie at the theater minimum, and that is 2 hours of entertainment. You get a game you play for 60 hours, and it entertains you for the majority of that. The dispute kind of fucking does not hold water.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I could play baseball all day.
You do play
And
baseball.
I do play baseball.
But those games are super expensive to make.
They are, and that's why they're as expensive as they are.
Well, they need to pay a lot of rights.
Yep.
They are expensive to make. So they have to make money. If you want another game, you have to make money off of that game.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not against.
You can't just sell it for $25 and then everybody be like, well, and there are some games out there.
I think The Last of Us or The Last of Us 2, they said was like $250 million to make.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the cost of a major release.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think games are heavily overpriced. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
They're heavily overpriced, but there's more cost into making a game and more time. Games take anywhere between 4 and 10 years to make. A movie can be made in a year or two. A game, not so much. So you have to pay employees for 4 to 10 years to develop that. The operating cost is way higher.
I do know.
It's also the aftercare crew that helps it stay up.
Exactly.
I'll liken it to this. The Star Wars movies
were great.
Okay. Yes. In my eyes.
Not the new ones, but
yeah.
Once a movie is released, like I'll use this as when Force Awakens was released, The Last Jedi was already in production. So it was like 4 years that movie was already being made. They had already done the original, the whole the retakes happen, but it was like 2 years. The movie, like when Force Awakens was released, The Last Jedi was already being filmed. It was already in production for like 2 years.
Well, I mean,
So
is The Last Jedi the last of the 3 movies? Because
no,
okay,
No,
yeah,
it's
oh,
the
yeah,
No.
second one. Okay,
Rise
yeah,
of
I
Skywalker
fucking
is the
okay.
last.
Because that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, you're right because the thing is they finished shooting and then like 2 years later or 2.5 years later the movie comes out. There's so much post work with new movies.
Yeah.
What's up, Risha?
I
What's
will
up?
not
Oh,
shut up.
God, Jesus Christ.
Because you need to.
Acknowledge me. I'm kind of retarded.
Oh, we're gonna get into Star Wars, and me and JP
We
will
are. We get to the round
most
table.
likely butt heads quite a bit.
It depends on
No,
when.
I didn't
No, I
say
don't.
which
Not
heads.
on the original trilogy or the prequel. It'll
No,
be the
I'm much more
prequel.
forgiving of the prequels nowadays,
I
and
don't think
maybe
it's
over
all that
time.
good, period.
I'm probably, you know what, Rachel, I'm not 100% against
I said
that.
it. I'm not afraid. I said it. I don't think that whole saga series trilogy is good. I don't like Star Wars.
I'll be right back.
Well,
You're blasted.
that's
Crucify me.
you. That's you.
Crucify me.
Because
Crucify me.
apparently, if I'm telling you right now, if you understand the lore of Star Wars, you might actually like it.
Not really into sci-fi. That's probably what.
It's not.
Well, it is
Star
sci-fi, but
Wars
it's
is-
it's
what do
very
you like?
it's sci-fi, but it's like a summer blockbuster more than it's actual sci-fi. Because the sci-fi
What does
is
that
not
mean?
okay. So sci-fi itself is usually pretty fucking complicated when you get down to the base level. Like you watch like true sci-fi shows like Star Trek, or
Aliens.
I'm gonna tell
Stargate
you
or
right
The
now.
Expanse. It's pretty intricate. Star Wars is like here's the setting. Now watch this Disney movie play.
The new ones, not the old ones.
The old ones were not exact. It's like the small. It's a fucking world. It has the biggest universe, but the smallest universe at the same time. Everything and everything is connected. Everybody's not that far away from each other, even though they
Actually
might
wanna know what Star
logistically
Wars
be.
is? You want to know what Star Wars is? It's a space opera.
Yes, but the movies are a lot smaller than the actual lore of Star
Yes.
Wars. Star Wars at itself is very sci-fi, but the movies are very much dumbed down, for lack of a better
They
term.
can be. They can be. But we'll get there. We'll talk about it. I disagree with what you're saying, but we'll talk about it.
We'll get there. I disagree, but we'll get there.
We'll
No, we
talk
will
about
get there.
it.
We'll be
But I
talking.
disagree with
for-
what you just said.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get there.
We'll get it.
We'll talk
get
about it.
Don't
We'll
worry.
get there. In a time long, long ago. All right.
What?
In
What?
a land far, far away.
No, it was in a galaxy far, far. Jesus fucking Christ, you fucking people can't even fucking do it right. Anyway, go
I
ahead.
was not meaning to do it right.
Man. Between this and getting pissed off about Elijah's name last night, he's fucking in the mood. All right. Let's see. Speaking of wrestling, real fast, what's with the AEW restrictions?
I fucking love it.
What kind of restrictions?
So
Ooh, does somebody want to pull them up? Because I
I
cannot.
will try here.
They basically came out with a list of like 15 to 20 restrictions for AEW operation, and it's stuff that's going to impact how they interact with the audience or what they can do
Here we go.
in ring.
You got it.
I know one
Yep.
of them was chair shots to the head. They are banning it. They're basically turning into
bleeding.
WWE. That's
So
all you need to
it's
know.
a bit long, so I'm
Trying
gonna
to turn into WWE. But
Uh,
I can't wait. I can't fucking wait until John Moxley has to abide by these fucking rules. Guess what he will become? Dean Ambrose.
Get
Anyway, go
Mitch.
ahead.
Someone get Mitch.
So this is a bit long, so I'm going to try and read this as fast as possible while getting more and more inebriated as time goes on.
Don't try to read too fast, because I might want to talk.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Say the first one.
Okay. There were protocols developed by the AEW medical team, coaches, and referees to help protect talent, staff, crew, and fans. The document said that while there was always a risk in pro wrestling, they wanted to minimize the risk without compromising the quality of the talent's performances and ability to be creative. Specifically, and this is highlighted, a document was sent out that outright banned unprotected chair shots to the head.
Hold on right there. Isn't this something you'd think a wrestling company that is exploding or was going to explode immediately would have done before the company kind of fucking
because
existed?
They didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yes, and that's very clear. But now it's like, actually, all those extreme matches you've seen every night? We're going to have to dial that back. Guess what that means, viewership? You're not going to see, we're not going to go over the top and then over the top of the top and then over like they've been doing. Now they're forced to break that rule, and it's gonna impact them viewership wise.
It's gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt them. And it's exactly.
I mean, this shit was all of this shit. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make a cell phone company, but I'm not gonna look at any of the cell phone companies beforehand. I'm just gonna fucking go balls deep. Yeah, this is how stupid that is. But anyways, if you guys have anything to say about head chair shots and why they shouldn't be happening.
I mean, just think
look
about
at
what
Cody's
happened in
first fucking
WWE.
match when he took an unprotected chair shot to the head.
Well,
chair shots to the head for me is something I've always loved. I didn't love when it was like I'm okay with the hand up chair shots. Yeah. I'll take that for sure.
The chair shot to the head on that one, the chair that fucking Sean Spears grabbed was not gimmicked. That was the problem with that.
I would prefer them having like how the gimmick garbage cans, not to the extent that they're gimmick because they don't feel like anything, but maybe like a bit tougher. But I would prefer them still do chair shots to the head with a giveaway chair.
What about the one that the Rock did to Nakon? Was that gimmick?
Nope.
Do you remember when Drew and I when we did that?
Yeah, the pan.
It's the exact same thing that they fucking use that's gimmicked. Because all it is just an thin aluminum. It has some give to it.
The one thing I'll say, and I'm pretty sure I'd be spot on for this list if I can remember, you're going to take away chair shots to the head, but you're going to allow somebody to fucking pile drive somebody in the ring.
Yeah.
What's more dangerous?
Pile driving somebody.
But that's probably not on the list.
The answer is yes. So hold on, let me pull the
Canadian driver after Canadian driver.
And they'll rename it different fucking countries depending on who takes it. Specifically, a document was sent that outright banned unprotected chair shots to the head, shots to the back of the head, buckle bombs, and blind moves backwards into the turnbuckle. Okay, I didn't finish the sentence.
Stop there.
Stop.
WWE still does that.
I don't think buckle bombs should be
But
banned.
they do it safer.
They do. The reason that it's being banned in AEW, look at who they have wrestling for them. These guys don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, everybody there, or half the people there, are from the indie circuit, where if it looked bad, you want to do it.
Gym.
You know, so like the protective measures aren't really there. But I think buckle bombs, obviously you shouldn't be doing them every fucking match. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
So Ridge Holland, if you haven't heard about that, he ended up.
Well, it was.
He did a spot, and he ended up separating the shoulder.
I hate when people blame wrestlers.
Happens.
Yeah, this is the thing. I hate it.
It's been done numerous fucking times.
I hate when people blame wrestlers for injuries that they incur. CM Punk did it, and it's like, it's gonna happen, man. It's not a perfected sport. And yes, you can say like
D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, you didn't see him fucking wheeling around in his fucking 4-wheeler, being like, "Fuck you, D'Lo."
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead now. He died. He just died like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Why would you say that, Rayshon?
Who said what? His new theme song is roll out by Ludacris.
But I just wanted to point out. So like a spot that happens. What are they going to start pretty soon? What's going to end up happening is people are. If you're going to watch wrestling anymore, you might as well go fucking watch a high school wrestling match because that's all you're going to fucking see. Just think about it. If you're going to start, well, he's dangerous. Well, so is. Look at what the Young Bucks fucking do. Super kicking somebody in the face.
Look what the mat did to Sid Vicious. You didn't ban the
Anyway.
mat.
I just wanted to point out that certain spots, like the buckle bomb, isn't too bad.
There is risk in wrestling. There is risk in wrestling, just like there's risk in every sport.
Right.
There's risk in wrestling before you even get to the mat. Ask Jeff Hardy. He got burned.
Yeah, driving.
No, he got burned.
That was Taker, but I think you're talking about Jeff Hardy. He got burned a different way.
Yeah, he got DUIs on his way to the arena.
There's a lot more to this list than I realized. I didn't realize how big this fucking list is.
Go ahead.
So specifically, a document was sent out that outright banned unprotected chair shots to the head, shots to the back of the head, buckle bombs, and blind moves backwards into the turnbuckle. Fencing responses, in parentheses, unnatural position of arms following a concussion, seizure cells, spitting, bleeding in the crowd, weapons or project.
So nobody can sell getting hit.
I still have so much more. Weapons or projectiles in the crowd, taking drinks or food from guests in the crowd.
Hold on.
Oh my god, I'm never gonna get this fucking list.
Yes, because once you're all done, we're gonna fucking forget about the things that matter. The bleeding in the crowd is huge for AEW. Because that has been in like every fucking pay-per-view. Taking drinks from the crowd, I think, is like you don't have to
cross-contamination.
Yeah, don't drink it, but can you still take the drink and throw it somewhere?
Yeah, just piss in their shower.
Oh, fuck you.
No, they made that rule up because of what MJF did to that one kid.
Also, no weapons in the crowd. And that like chairs or anything else? You can't.
No, because AEW be going overboard. They use.
I mean, if you think about it, WWE has fucking chair. They have weapons in the crowd. WWE has fucking chair use in the crowd.
Yeah,
they do.
So is this now illegal in AEW?
No, you see, okay, it's different. Like we all could say that WWE is more choreographed and they experience what AEW is now experiencing, so they already know how to do it, how to work around crowds, where AEW don't know how to do that.
Well, AEW, this is like the first all they're doing is repeating the fucking failures of the past. So
Absolutely.
like with this, and like I remember us talking about the MJF spot and splashing whatever it was in the kid's face. I'm like, if that happened in WWE, this person would be excommunicated. And just because it happens in AEW, I'm like, okay, he's getting away with it. Apparently not, because now we're going to watch. I'm not going to watch. I don't give a shit.
And no bleeding in a crowd makes a lot of sense.
It does, but it's also like almost impossible to control.
How about don't go into the crowd?
So if you start a match and there's an accidental busting open, but you're supposed to end the match in the crowd, it's like, I guess we're gonna have to
you change it on the fly for the audible.
I understand. That's why. Well, again, don't go into the crowd.
Like pretty much everything.
That's why they have a fucking. This is why I hate these fucking gimmick matches.
You see why you don't go all in on Jon Moxley?
I do.
And this is why, because now he's gonna, like you said, Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
Go ahead, Connor. I'm sorry.
You don't have to say the whole thing again, please, God.
There were protocols developed. No, I'm kidding. Seizure cells, spitting, bleeding in the crowd, weapons or projectiles in the crowd, taking drinks or food from guests in the crowd, or physical contact with the crowd. We're told that nothing with blood on it should be thrown into the crowd. I can't believe that's the thing. But then
I do want to say one thing: if the wrestlers can't interact with the crowd should not interact with the fucking wrestlers. Period. Bottom fucking line. Go ahead.
That's just some of it. So here we go. Spots and bumps on the ring apron outside, table, ladder, chair spots in and out of ring.
The hardest part of the ring?
Yep.
They're
So-
not using the hardest part of the.
Hold on.
Come, me lady.
Listen. Wait, I forgot to preface with this part. Aside from the outright banning of the above, the report also provided a full verbatim of lists of spots, stipulation gimmicks, etc., that require full approval by medical and coaches assigned to the match. The report moved to make clear the difference between the banned items and the following, bit all of the below now required pre-match approval. Spots and bumps on the ring apron and outside, table, ladder, chair spots in and out of the ring allowed only with padding, any elevated spot outside the barricades, dives and ladder spots on stage, around the arena, other places outside the ring, all pile driver tombstone variations, including sit-down drivers, inverted position, inverted poison, hurricanrana, inverted breakers, high-risk dives or top rope moves, 450, 630, double moonsaults, SSP, etc. Intentional bleeding of any sort, not just blading, throwing people in, through, over the ring steps,
So it's WWE.
commentary table, bell table, or guardrails, barricades, weapon usage, chairs, pipes, kendo sticks, hammers, ring bells, bats, chains, etc., title belts, thumbtacks, skewers, barbed wire, and other sharp puncturing objects, or powders, aerosol sprays, or liquids, throwing any weapon or objects, chair, etc., choking, strangling with hands or a weapon, or hanging spots, injury spots, or angles, whether or not medical is involved / call to the ring, any physicality in the crowd or crowd brawling, any physicality revolving referees, managers, etc., celebrities, or special guests.
So what I'm gathering from this is the fact that
They're micromanaging the shit out of every fucking
and
thing.
In all honesty, when it comes to any company that I've ever worked for or done, micromanaging is terrible. It creates a terrible workplace. It stifles creativity, and that was what AEW was based on. So you're gonna have someone create like the match, and and most of the time in AEW, I think the wrestlers have a pretty strong voice in that. Then it's going to go through the fucking blender of things you can and cannot do. And then you're going to end up with a WWE match.
I'm just going to tell you right now, AEW's taking it to a whole nother level because you can do some of those things in WWE.
Well, the thing is, you can do some of them here, but they're going to be critiqued and approved. So they have, like, they've introduced, like, give me your match card, and I'm going to tell you what you can and can't do, and then you're going to have to rewrite it on the fucking fly, which it's good fucking luck with that.
You know what I'm getting out of this? Tony Khan is going broke because he's paying fine upon fine upon fine upon fine and didn't realize that he was going to have to pay these fines. See, here's
to who
makes sense.
Stop. Here's the thing.
Well, I don't think you'll be. I wonder how it works if you like. The thing is, there's basically like a governing body that decides if this is allowed or not.
This is why WWE.
They have the ESRB.
WWE went to sports entertainment. You don't have to be commissioned.
I'm pretty sure WWE probably has this already in place, but they've been doing it for a very long time.
They don't need a commission to say you can't do this. Because
that's why I'm asking who you say. You just said they're paying fines. Who are they paying them to?
They have to pay them to the fucking commission.
Well, the problem with it is okay.
So have to be. So from what I'm gathering, like boxing, you have to be commissioned before
the athletic commission is what you're referring to.
So I
go back. NWA had to go through this, and this is why they had to pay fines.
The biggest change is going to be in the identity of AEW and the reason so many wrestlers flock to it. If you also have to go through like what is pretty much like I said before, a governing body, whether you can do what you want. This is what a lot of wrestlers fucking ran away from WWE for. It's like everything's like managed to a point where I don't feel like I can be myself. This is what Dean Ambrose ran away from.
Yeah.
So I think personally, Paul, I think it's both.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's just AEW. I think it's Warner. Warner said, "Look, motherfuckers,
you got
kind of getting out of fucking hand. You've got one, and John Moxley is the problem. You got one guy that just thinks he can do whatever the fuck he wants all the fucking time.
Well, you're gonna end up with
him under fucking control, or we're gonna fucking step in and fucking standards and practices." TNT, TBS, Turner, they're doing the same fucking thing they did with WCW back in 2000.
Which is why it blows my mind. It's like learn from history. Don't repeat it. But they went
Exactly.
on and did some stupid shit, and we all knew it. We're like, you can't just go out there and bleed every night. It's not
It's a
gonna.
matter of
For us,
time.
it was like it was not gonna mean anything. But
Mhm.
if it could be done and
So-
it got all the ratings, WWE would have been doing it. There's a reason they're not.
So a couple things just to back up here on the thing. So what JP was referring to, and this is where I was confused for a second, he's referring to an athletic commissions because
Correct.
and which some of them are still in existence, not all of them across all 50 states anymore. But that being said, I think if they're going to pay fines, it would probably be to fucking Warner Discovery, if anybody. But
That could be.
but I agree with Paul and what JP just said. I think it's more of a combination of both AEW Medical and Warner Discovery coming in to be like, hey, we're doing these things because ultimately, while AEW owns sort of the rights to the show and the programming, Warner Discovery owns the TV rights to air everything.
Exactly.
So they have a massive amount of input from a standards and practices role in terms of what AEW can or can't do. They weren't paying attention before, and
No.
now they are, especially after the amount of money they between the amount of money they're giving them, the programming that they still have that AEW is pumping into them because of everything else going on, and more importantly, they just added Collision, so of course they have their
and they have a TV deal coming up, so they have to. Warner's looking very closely. Here's what we need to change. If you don't change it, we're not going to give you what you want.
Well, I thought they already struck the TV deal. No,
It's coming up.
I think what a lot of people don't realize is this is the first of many changes that will happen because the next thing will be, well, you've cleared all these wrestlers that shouldn't be cleared, and then you'll see the Pages and Daniel Bryans get pulled.
And what's going to be interesting about the whole John Moxley situation is that I'm very curious what's going to happen with him specifically because Tony relied heavily on John Moxley when the fucking CM Punk and EVP bullshit blew up in his face. Like him, Jericho, and Bryan Danielson, to in fact basically like stepped up and kind of took the plate. And Tony's been loyal to him, and you know John was supposed to go away on vacation, and he ended up said, "Fuck it, I'll take it."
I feel like they're gonna start to see like any little move that's incorrect is gonna hurt them big time. And they've been in that honeymoon phase where nothing bad can be done, but now the fucking clamps of like the real world are closing in, and other things will follow. Like
people are still blonde though.
Yeah, well,
that's never going to change.
No, they're not. I mean, they did Saturday night. They had on Collision.
So like I'm gonna link this to something that's kind of the same, but what were those movies with the all the action heroes of like the 80s?
The Expendables?
Expendables. So Expendables came out and they made a bunch of fucking like rated R fucking movies, and then all of a sudden it turned PG and everybody hated it. This is where they're going. The fact that they're going to be stripped from doing all the crazy shit that they start, that's their identity. Their identity is going to be stripped away by legality. And it's going to hurt them real bad.
Well, okay, I was listening to Kurt Angle, the Kurt Angle show the other day. I've been listening to their podcast, and Kurt Angle's really intrigued me because he's saying he asked the question. Somebody asked the question, what do you think about WWE or whatever going back to TV 14? And he said it's never, ever, ever going to happen because you can only do so much on TV anymore.
And there's only so much they should do, really.
TV, if you want to see the rated R shit, get fucking HBO, get Cinemax. This is the thing. If you want to put a wrestling show and do all this fucking shit, put it on fucking HBO.
I mean,
put it on fucking Showtime. Put it on Cinemax.
In my mind, wrestling should be mostly PG with a chance to go PG-14 when something is required. And I'm saying that more for like language being used, not like anything else being shown. To me, that's where they.
I think Hell in a Cell matches should be TV-14.
WWE went to premium live events and got their own streaming service. Now it's on Peacock because they can do certain things. Vince still fucking mute shit. Don't fucking understand why, but you can still do certain things on a streaming service that you can't get away with on USA or Fox.
Correct.
I do feel like the actual audience, like if I'm looking at wrestling as a whole, and I know like the demographics of wrestling is all over the fucking place, but you want at least like the language and the subject matter to be based between like 12 and 16 or 18 in my
Right.
mind. That's
And
kind
if
of their
you have a
sweet spot.
12 or 16
Yeah, you don't want to
year-old
over or
kid
under
walking
complicate it.
around
Yeah.
going shit this and shit that, I don't know what the fuck
I mean,
to
you
tell you.
don't want to watch Teletubbies, nor do you want to watch hardcore porn.
Speak for yourself.
I want to see both together.
Speak for yourself, he says.
It's tummy time. That means a whole different thing in porn.
You just hear a very slow unzip.
I wrestling was really good in the Attitude Era, but it wasn't that great.
I don't think that
If
wrestling
you
was
look-
so
if
good
you look
as
at
much as the
Attitude Era, if you look at the Attitude Era, the wrestling really wasn't that great.
the Attitude Era was wow factor. It was
Correct.
Jerry Springer wrestling.
I am a little biased in saying this, but I would argue that, and bear with me here when I say this, from bell to bell, meaning an entire show's worth, as far as match quality that you got a consistent weekly basis, I argue that the Ruthless Aggression era had better in-ring quality than the Attitude
Agreed.
era did.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely.
And
The
I would actually
Attitude
think,
Era was
like,
just entertainment. It
even
was just like
even this era might be the best era for in-ring wrestling in WWE.
I agree.
It's close.
So I don't think wrestling will ever be as popular as it was in the Attitude Era,
No,
where
no.
you had
Not
10 million
you won't
people
be able
watching
to
wrestling.
you won't be able to
But-
ever track it
Measure it.
that way.
But
Yep.
the quality, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, or I might have said it last week. Wrestling, the problem with AEW is they don't do enough storyline. The problem with WWE is they do too much at times.
Well, AEW is kind of what the Attitude Era was, but not in the Attitude Era. You know, it's
definitely
shock and
not the
awe.
Attitude
It's
Era.
no, but
It
it's
is
shock and awe.
fine.
Okay, it's not the Attitude Era in storyline, but it's shock and awe in wrestling. It reminds me of ECW. It reminds me of like going further than you need to go in ring. And I'm not talking about like wrestling, just shit people do to each other. They try to do too much.
I agree with that, Paul. If you watch the Attitude Era, the stories intertwine. I love intertwining stories, and the stories don't have to connect, but they have to intertwine.
The writing in
Well,
the
maybe
Attitude
that's why I
Era
love
was
old
really
ECW.
good. The writing in the Attitude Era was really good, but they were definitely writing for the Attitude Era. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it would only work in that time frame.
Before I was gonna say, do you want to switch gears back to some weirdo questions I got?
Sure.
Give it to me.
All right.
give it to me.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
No.
No.
Oh, here we go.
How is it a
meat-
sandwich?
It's meat between two bread. Full.
It's
So
a bun.
It's
It's not bread.
meat between
What's a bun?
two bread.
A bun. Okay. It's a bun.
Yeah.
It's
Bread.
not between two pieces of bread.
You know that like
It's one piece of bread.
yeah.
one
So
piece
so is a burger a sandwich?
Yes,
Yes, because
So-
it's two pieces of bread.
but it's hot burger
What?
buns.
That's a
though.
bun, you motherfucker.
It's a bun though.
I understand that, but there's two separate pieces of
No.
bread.
But you
no,
could
fuck that
fold.
shit.
You could
Well,
you could
your argument
have
is
one
based
slice
on that
of
like
bread
your
and
argument.
fold it. It's
Your
still a
argument is
sandwich.
based on that thin connective tissue between the fucking sausage bun.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
webbing.
I know, like a hamburger, a cheeseburger is called that for a
It's
reason.
not a sandwich. It's not a sandwich. It's not a sandwich.
It's
Nah,
not
they
a
sandwich.
moon.
I would argue that a hamburger is not a sandwich.
What's a po' boy?
It's
That's
a
a kid with no money.
It's a southern fucking sausage fucking
It's a
whatever.
pulled
No,
pork
it is
sandwich.
not. It is it's the Southern Subway sandwich.
It was fun. It was fun being friends with all of you after this question. Just fucking everyone's at each other's
Subway.
throats.
I don't consider Subway a sandwich.
No, it's a submarine. That's why it's
Right.
called that. it's called
then
the
you
submarine
probably need a
sandwich.
hot dog is a submarine.
It's called the submarine sandwich. They should call it hot dog sandwiches.
That's like a
It's
porn
not.
category.
'Cause I would argue that a hamburger is not a sandwich.
It is a sandwich.
No, it's
It's
not.
a cheeseburger
I
sandwich.
could argue it's not because it's a bun.
Hmm.
A sandwich is between two slices of
If
bread.
I put you between two slices of bread, you'd be a manwich.
It would be. But
He'd be an idiot.
PB and JP.
but Manwich is a sloppy Joe to me.
Okay, so Sloppy Joe's not.
You know somebody named Sloppy Joe?
Oh my god, I fucking cannot.
So you're not going to consider a sloppy
We
Joe
know
a
what
sandwich
Sloppy Joes
either?
are, but it's the way you said it.
I said it on purpose.
I'm kind of retarded.
I feel like certain things that are like, I feel like categorizing things sometimes are pointless because no one's like, give me a sandwich, and you pass them a fucking hot dog on bun.
I would never. If somebody was to ask me,
I think
hand me a
that's
sandwich, I would be like, if we're having hot dogs, I would say we're not having sandwiches.
so I think
We're having
that's
hot dogs.
the core of the conversation. Because
Yeah.
yes, it's meat between two buns, but you wouldn't go to someone's house and like, "Can I have a sandwich?" and they give you a
Wait,
hot dog.
is
Because
it-
you'd be like,
is it
"I
two-
didn't ask for a hot dog. I asked for a sandwich."
Is it two buns or is it one bun?
It's one bun, or is it two? No, it's one bun, split in two.
Yeah.
And if it was like, I went over to someone's house, "Can I have a fucking sandwich?" and say, "What kind of sandwich you want?" And here's the burger shoved in my face. That's not
Yeah.
a sandwich.
It's not
It's
a
a
sandwich.
burger.
Yes,
I could
it
argue it's not. I
is.
did say it. Would say it is.
I say hot dog is not, but I would argue that hamburger is certainly closer to a sandwich than a
Well,
hot
they're
dog.
I would
both
agree with
sandwiches, but they're types of sandwiches.
Ugh.
Yes,
The burger
a
is
hot
more like
dog
a hot
is a
open
type
face
of
sandwich.
It is, but you will never be like, go to a hot dog stand. Give me a sandwich. What do you want
Yeah.
on that? They'll just shit in your face.
You speak from personal experience.
Anyway, hot dog
Um,
is not a
That
sandwich.
is some
hot dog
talent.
is a sandwich.
It is a sub.
That's a sandwich.
what
A
is?
sub is a sandwich.
God damn it!
What's the hierarchy of sandwiches? Holy
What
shit.
is? What is the most? What is something that everyone looks?
So
stupid
hold
doing?
on. Before you go there,
Oh my god!
is like a roti a sandwich? Because it's meat and fucking shit between
No,
bread.
a roti
A what?
is
A what?
a roti. It's a Trinidadian burrito.
So is a
Okay,
burrito
great.
a sandwich?
Oh,
It's,
God damn
is
it.
a burrito a sandwich?
You know
Because
what?
it's
You know
between
what?
bread.
Here you go. You know what? A taco is a fucking sandwich. How
It's
about
meat
fucking
between two pieces of bread or one
Yeah,
bread
It is.
wrapped
It's
around
only
it.
It
one.
is.
It's one.
Yeah, is a
It
wrap
is.
a sandwich?
Yes.
So everything's a sandwich. Why don't we just, no matter where we go, just ask for sandwiches?
Can I have a sandwich? You mean a taco? Sure.
It's
It's a taco sandwich. What
like,
are you
sorry,
talking
sir,
about?
I'm not Mexican.
But anyway, go ahead,
A
Connor.
taco
No
is a
hablo
Mexican
español.
sandwich.
They actually have Mexican pizzas there.
Ew.
do.
Uh,
I mean, sorry, what?
What?
What's a Mexican
What?
pizza?
You never heard of the taco?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's Mexican pizza?
Well, it's just gonna make me shit by looking
That's
at
a
it.
sandwich.
So,
Well, yeah,
It's a
it's
sandwich.
refried beans out the fucking wazoo.
Stop
think
me if you
refried
heard this
beans
before.
just
Tortilla
fly
with meat,
through me.
cheese, and vegetable.
The Mexican pizza from Taco Bell is
Yeah,
a
Google it.
isn't a quesadilla just a pizza
It's a
with-
sandwich.
Yeah.
with more pizza on top? Isn't a pizza just a sandwich if you fold it?
Yep, it's a sandwich.
Oh my
Cereal
God.
milk is a sandwich.
Isn't a vagina a
Elijah?
sandwich?
It's a sandwich. Yes, it
You're
is.
making me- You're making me JP
A
leave.
piece of meat between two fucking buns. I don't.
Yeah,
fucking-
that's a
All
that's
right,
a vagina.
Dick and
Okay, JP,
vagina is
that's a
sandwich.
vagina. Hey, you walk away, you fucking hater.
We won that exchange.
Sandwich team
What's
for
the
life.
exchange? It was
Everything's a
general
sandwich.
question.
A man in a coffin, sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Oh god.
All I see is sandwiches everywhere.
I was about to say. I have a feeling you're gonna wake up like I see sandwiches where everywhere. What is something that everyone looks stupid doing?
The fucking that stupid
TikTok.
backpack dance.
TikToks.
Backpack.
You know the
dance.
kid with the backpack that did that,
Floss.
like, oh, the floss dance. Everybody looks dumb doing that.
Oh yeah.
We can all
that-
agree,
that is good.
right?
Any type of TikTok.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I got something that's oddly specific. when someone's trying to do something and they're holding a like a soda drink or a soft drink from like a fast food place that's got a straw in it, and they're talking to someone or they're doing something else, but they're trying to find the straw with their lips and they're way the fuck off.
That's true. I've been there. And then it's a struggle because you
It looks
don't
like a
want
horse
to.
eating a sugar cube.
Yeah, you don't want to like move the attention away from whatever you're looking at. But oh my god, and it's like it's literally like 80% of the time you fail, and that shit's riding on your chin for a while.
Or it just takes you. Then you either like stab yourself in the gum, you hurt your lip, or you just take an extra couple minutes going.
I agree with that.
Best part is I'm not on camera, but I can do the
something everybody looks stupid doing.
Talking to you fucking people.
Eating a sandwich.
That means we're really intelligent.
I'm kidding. Something I look stupid doing.
Everybody looks stupid doing.
Yeah.
Trying to thread a needle.
I said the floss.
I'm sitting there doing this because I can't see what the fuck I'm doing.
I said in those rare moments where like you're like someone's got like a soda drink or a soft drink and they got with a straw and they're doing something where they're not looking at the drink but they're trying to find the straw with their lips while they're still focusing on the other item. So
you ever see somebody
fucking video games?
You ever see somebody like with bifocals try to read something?
Yeah,
that's bad.
Like this? Make it fun of me now?
That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, get it where you're reading.
You
There you go.
Oh yeah.
And you gotta
Why you squinting with glasses?
You gotta squint and you gotta show the teeth.
He doesn't realize he needs to tilt his head.
Yeah, why do you have to tilt your head? Just put them on all the fucking way.
No, because you're only looking at the bottom of them.
So when I do this,
yeah, you read something, you gotta go back.
I don't. So I'm reading here, and then I look up. I gotta do that.
God, I get such a fucking headache.
I'm probably gonna go with orgasming. There's a large percent of the population. Looks like they're shitting their pants when they orgasm.
Do I look like I'm shitting my pants?
Yes.
Yeah. I can imagine it.
Look like
Not that I have
a heart attack. But anyway,
It sounds like you.
oh my ankle.
I think that is exactly what I sound like.
What is the funniest joke you know by heart?
I told you guys it already.
There was a rabbi.
Let's get his glasses on.
To read what?
My mind.
Heather's dead.
A rabbi, a priest, and a father were on a boat.
A father?
Yep.
That's it.
Isn't a priest a father?
You want to hear the rest of it? Or?
Oh, did you memorize it? Or
I know it. My dad told it to me when I was 7 years old.
7?
So there's a rabbi, a priest, and a father, and they were on a boat. And they were fishing. And they then realized that they left their cooler on the fucking on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, the father, well, actually, no.
Oh, fucking
no. See, this is when a joke falls apart.
No. It's a rabbi, a priest, and a Polak.
There you go.
It's
and they were on a boat.
Fish.
Polish person.
Racist?
Hey, it is what it is. And if you're Polish
about it,
and you don't laugh at this, I don't know what to tell you because I have Polish in me, so it's okay.
You're gonna have some Polish sausage in you by the end of the stream.
So they were on a boat. They were fishing. They then realized that they didn't have the cooler with them. It was still on the beach. So the rabbi looked at the people and said, "I'm hungry. I gotta get something to eat." So he just ran across the lake, got a sandwich, came back, sat down on the boat, started fishing. Polak looked at him and said, "God damn, I'm hungry too." Got up, took a step off the boat, but plunk right into the water. The priest goes, "You know what? I'm kind of thirsty." Gets out of the boat, fucking runs across the lake, comes back, gets his water, sits down in the boat, starts fishing again. Paul goes, "You know what? I'm kind of thirsty." Plunk right into the water. The priest and the rabbi look at each other. Should we tell them where the rocks are? That's the funniest joke to me at 7 years old. Anyway, go ahead.
I think I've done mine for you guys with the bar challenge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
I've definitely done mine with you guys.
I'll try to make it as abridged as possible. So, guy goes into a bar, sees a giant tip jar filled with like hundreds and fifties in the bar, and he's like, "What's that about?" Bartender's like, "You don't want to know." He's like, "No, I do." He's like, "All right, fine." He goes, "It's a challenge. We give you 3 shots of our hardest drink, and you have to do 3 challenges. If you do all 3 challenges, you win all the money in the jar. But man, no one's done it for years." He's like, "All right, what are the challenges?" He goes, points to the bouncer, and he goes, "Bouncer's like fucking ripped guy." He goes, "You have to knock the bouncer out in 1 hit." He's like, "Motherfucker." He's like, "What else do I have to do?" He opens the back door to the alleyway. There's a dog like foaming at the mouth. He goes, "Dog's got a bad tooth. You got to pull it." He's like, "Fuck." He goes, "What's the last one?" He goes, "My ex-wife upstairs, ugliest, nastiest bitch in the face of the earth, and you have to sleep with her and finish the job." He's like, "Oh God." So he chugs the 3. So he puts the money in, chugs the 3 drinks. He goes, "I got this." So he goes over to the bouncer first, and he whispers in the ear. He goes, "Hey, I'll split the money with you half if you pretend to go down." And he's fucking absolutely blitzed at this time. So the bouncer's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So he pretends going down. So immediately he runs in the back alley and just hear, "Hey, hey." He finally comes out. He's hammered because the drinks were so strong. He goes, "All right, now where's the fucking ugly bitch with the bad tooth?"
I mean, come on, man.
Fucked it already.
Rishon, you got one?
Yeah, what do you call a nun that walks the streets?
None of your
None of your
business.
business.
A Roman Catholic.
Ha!
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's good. I like that. I like
mean,
that.
I've said mine before, but I have a couple others.
All right.
Mine
Fire away.
was, what's the difference between a priest and a pimple? One waits until you're 12 years old to come on your face.
I mean, that's a good one.
The other one is, what's the difference between a rabbi and a priest? A rabbi cuts them off, a priest sucks them off. And the last one, what do priests and McDonald's have in common?
I don't know.
They
It's not a Happy Meal.
they both stick their meat in 10-year-old butts.
Like a sandwich.
And I'm done. I guess mine were all religion based for some reason.
I was about to say. And there's the theme. All right, here's a good one. How do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm there
God.
for it. Give it to me. Not that like if I was gonna order a pizza, okay, so
Any fruit that is cooked that is not a pie, not happening.
Pineapple do not belong on pizza.
so if I was to order a pizza for myself, I probably wouldn't get a pineapple pizza. But a Hawaiian pizza is really good. It's not something I ordered, but if it was there, I'd be like, "Oh, I'll have a slice."
I'll have a slice.
I'll have a slice.
I'd rather have Hawaiian pizza than vegetarian pizza or fucking deluxe or whatever the
One
fuck
of
that
those
is.
People that would walk up to the fucking table next to him, I'll have a slice of that aloha, bitch.
Then all of a sudden I become fucking Samoan. My ass gets massive. Put it in people's
And
faces.
Basement would look at him and go,
Acknowledge me.
I'm slowly eating it. No,
So
it's
basic-
not bad. Like I get it. Pizza can be had in any way. I prefer just the traditional fucking pepperoni pizza. That is my preference. And I'm also good with Canadian pizza. I'm also good with most pizza. Pizza's fucking amazing.
Whoa, what the fuck is Canadian pizza?
It's pepperoni, ham, and bacon. That's it.
I thought that
So,
was meat lovers.
It's basically
I
meat lovers
like-
without the sausage.
Mhm.
I like supreme pizzas. I like mushrooms, green
I
peppers.
like mushroom. I hate green peppers on anything.
What?
Like honestly, green peppers take over whatever you're fucking eating. It's such a strong
It's
taste.
kind of how I feel about onions.
Yeah, but I love
That's how I feel about chocolate.
On pizza?
No,
it.
chocolate
Oh.
takes over everything.
Nah,
No,
yeah.
it
well,
depends on
it
how strong the
depends.
chocolate. Strong chocolate
What?
will take over everything.
You ever had a
Um,
Napoleon ice cream as a kid with the fucking chocolate, strawberry,
Are you talking
vanilla?
about Neapolitan or Napoleon?
Napoleon, Neapolitan.
Just a 5-foot man came up to my door offering me ice cream.
in a French accent, would you like to try a little bit of everything?
Oh my god!
Vive la révolution.
It's what they
Jesus.
call chocolate. No,
Um,
Neapolitan, yeah, it'll take over that. But chocolate is sometimes good to accent like vanilla.
It's all right. I like a good twist cone. Have you ever
My
had
favorite ice cream is peanut butter chocolate.
My favorite ice cream is.
I want a Butterfinger now.
I don't think I have a favorite ice cream.
What the fuck?
That's definitely mine. I've worked at Baskin Robbins, so I had time.
I was about to say,
my favorite.
chocolate's
my
always a
favorite.
go-to standard, but like as far as like a crazy one, I mean,
Pralines and
I'll-
cream was good.
Yo, basement. I was just about to say that's my favorite one.
Wow,
from
that's
there.
a solid one. There's a lot
I
of good
grew
ice
up
cream.
Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream.
Yeah,
so-
but Heather, me and you, fuck you, because
You just said me and you. Fuck you. What?
it's because mint chocolate chip or mint ice cream. I know she
The
likes
worst.
mint.
The green
Terrible,
one.
terrible,
The green one.
terrible,
It's the
terrible.
worst.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Why are you so mad about it?
Because it's disgusting.
Yep,
It's not disgusting. It's
it
not.
is. It's like,
Hey-
should I be chewing this as gum
Hey,
or
pot calling
licking it?
kettle black.
What'd you call me?
I ever had a favorite ice cream.
Talking about JP, he's like, why are you so angry?
Actually, I will stand corrected. New York cherry ice cream is probably my favorite.
What is that?
It's just New
Yeah,
York.
Is it ice cream you have with cherry in New York?
Oh my god.
It's a
No,
good
it's-
cheesecake ice cream with cherry
I
filling.
don't know about you guys, but like there are a shit ton of ice cream places, especially at like down near like Cape Cod. There's so many fucking ice cream places
You
that
know,
are like either
Cape
chains or
Cod
local.
is everywhere in the world. There's like 12,000 of them.
I
Yeah.
know.
What y'all talking about? Codfish?
Cape
No,
Cod.
the town.
No, literal Cape Cod.
Cape Cod
Oh.
is a place.
It's 12,000
Been there,
places everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was copied and imitated, never
Yes.
duplicated. Strangest places you've had. Where is the strangest place you've urinated or defecated?
Shower.
What?
Strange.
Shower-
What's
shower?
define a strange place?
I pissed in the ocean, but that's not that strange. I think everybody does that.
But you won't do it in the shower.
Yeah.
I am so confused by you.
Because
right
I don't own the ocean, first of all.
Oh, wait, that's to
That's
do with puppet.
that's the world's fucking shower.
So if you owned the ocean, you wouldn't have a fucking problem pissing in it.
I
Or
would
you
not
like,
piss in
would?
it.
You would.
I mean, everything goes back there anyway, so who cares? So sorry that
I'm
That
gonna
defeats-
break
that-
this thing.
that defeats everything I've said.
urinated in the main street of Mineral Point, Wisconsin.
I saw some guy get the shit beat out of him for urinating in public in Amsterdam.
I see.
The police just pulled up and started beating his ass. I was like,
Oh,
I guess that's a no.
that's extreme.
They
That's,
just took me and told them about their life.
So when I was like 6, my parents took me to like our local town park, and I said I have to use the bathroom, and we were in like this like fair thing, and there's no porta potties or anything. So like I'm like I have to use the potty, and they're like, all right, just go behind that bush real quick, thinking I had to just piss, but that wasn't the case.
Surprise, surprise.
And my mom's like, what happened? And I'm like, oh, do you have any tissue? She's like, why? I'm like, I pooped. She's like, what? You pooped? You fucking pooped there? So I had to sit like on a blanket on the way back. On the way back. On the way
So I mean, the actual answer is like 90% of us pissed on our parents when we were little kids.
I have to ask my mom. I don't know if I ever.
Oh yeah, you probably did. Yeah, chances are really high.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have, but I can't say that I did.
Heather ain't come to mind.
Ozzy Osbourne actually drank his own urine, so there's that.
Yeah, why don't you guys do it? It's fit for the drain.
So did what's his nuts from fucking Motley Crue. He did it too.
Fucking
Sticks.
Kevin Costner,
Nikki Sixx, because he was with.
Waterworld. All he did
No
was live
shit.
off his own piss.
Heather, what about you?
My own backyard, because I came home from school not realizing I left my keys inside the house.
Ah,
And none of my neighbors were home either.
Well, good. That means you had privacy.
Whatever.
Mm.
It's all going back to the same drain.
You're just not gonna let that go, are you? Ooh, this is a fun one. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
It does.
None.
Not possible. Not possible.
No, I think it's possible.
I don't think so. Are you
don't think
training
elephants-
these chickens to attack an elephant? Is that
Well,
the
even
case?
if you didn't, it's a number thing. How many chickens would it take?
Actually,
You can't sit there and tell me a fucking arm. Like I'm talking like a massive.
so like a million chickens with like hate
No.
on their mind for elephants.
I think it only takes one chicken.
I mean, if it's
Wait,
smart enough.
with a gun.
No.
I mean,
Salmonella.
one mouse could give an elephant a heart attack and kill it.
Well, we're not saying the
Salmonella.
elephant's eating the chicken.
I think that's a myth too.
What?
The mouse scaring an elephant.
Elephants are really smart, and I don't think they're like hugely vindictive.
No.
Except for that one one
Except for that
story
one that
where-
leveled an entire village.
where
yeah.
he went back for the woman's fucking body to
At her
trample it.
funeral.
That was boss.
Man, how many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? I mean, I would think it had to be like a relatively
I
high
feel
number.
like how are you training these chickens to attack?
You're
an elephant?
thinking way too hard into this. I'm just trying to think of an actual concrete number.
But when you throw a million chickens in with an elephant, nothing's gonna happen.
You're now getting into the basement realm of he has to analyze everything.
Okay, so what do you just throw a million chickens in with an elephant and hope something happens?
No, listen.
I think if you threw a million chickens in with an elephant, they just walk around. Where in the fuck is the corn in this?
Nothing would
You
happen.
have a lot of chicken fingers.
You have a lot of eggs and a fucking happy elephant, probably.
I still think it's one because the chicken bacteria.
What if it didn't have salmonella?
There's no such thing.
Really?
Now you're thinking, motherfucker.
I feel like the chicken, chickens are fucking small. That shit's stomping.
I say 10,000.
You have to have like a World War Z chicken attack on the elephant, where they're building structures to climb upon it. Are we talking about full-grown elephant, like a bull elephant?
I think it's possible.
It's not like that goes into description of the fucking questions that are on this list.
Yeah. So no, it's not gonna happen. My
Thanks for
assumption is
playing.
they're just putting fucking chickens around an elephant, expecting something to happen.
Steve, why'd you do this? I don't know.
Next mascot of fucking KFC is an elephant in his fucking suit.
Most embarrassing thing you've ever worn.
A Mets hat.
Oh, that's pretty good. I've never worn
I
something
have
I was
worn a
embarrassed
woman's
of. I don't think.
I have worn a woman's top.
But were you embarrassed or just free?
No, I was completely fucking.
He was obliterated.
Yeah.
They dared me. You don't dare me to do something.
I mean, I don't think I've ever been like humiliated for something I wore, even if it was like stupid at the
Never
time.
been humiliated. Actually, people didn't think I'd do it. So they're like, I bet you won't do it. I bet you I will. So I
That's
did.
That's good to know when we hang out.
People know not to fuck with me now. So there's that.
Because you wore a woman's top? What's going on
Well,
there?
We were at a bar.
That still doesn't make it.
Why did you
sense.
say it
Where
like
you get the woman top from?
Yeah, that's also true.
I have so many questions.
It's when I was in my 20s.
How many chickens were there?
But there were no elephants.
Well, it depends on what you mean by elephants.
It's
Actual elephants, not people
No.
that you want to make fun of. You monster.
So 0.
You son of a bitch.
it's like, oh, this is my tiger stone. What does it do? It prevents tigers. That doesn't work. Well, do you see any tigers around? Then it
That's
works.
true. Yeah.
Oh God. For me, I would have to say,
No,
and it was immortalized for school picture day too.
associating with me.
The most embarrassing thing I've worn would be, and now remember, I grew up in the 90s, folks. Those turtlenecks with the multicolored pinstripes
Oh
Yeah.
with
yes.
my fake satin Fred the Flintstones vest with
That's-
cow print, white and black on the
Ooh,
front.
that
Who
is-
hated you?
That sounds
Who
pretty
hated you?
bad.
I
Outfit is
I
terrible.
chose that outfit.
So if you can
Who
shoot
hurt you?
yourself.
Who hurt you?
Oh my god.
You know what? I actually do have one. I'll probably go with like graduation day. I wore a shirt that said, "I have a PhD, pretty huge dick."
I have a PhD.
And the
He
English
really
teacher,
is. That's like,
English
look at
teacher
me,
was like,
motherfucker.
"What does that say?" And I was covering it. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Here, read it, bitch.
Yeah, I can see that conversation happening.
I mean,
Um,
I did not say that. I was covering it for a long time, and then she read it and she laughed a little bit, and then she was like, "I'm glad I'm never gonna know you from this point onwards."
What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house?
Have sex in a bathroom.
I've never. Have we had a guest? Well, we've had.
Oh, I threw up all over the fucking floor.
I'm talking about like.
No, nobody's done
adult
anything
guests.
weird.
I've had kids here. I haven't.
Threw up like ravioli all over the floor.
I threw up in my room before.
Yeah, but this was like projectile vomit.
guess.
That was a huge,
God.
and it was not good. It was a lot of cleaning.
Like I was too lazy to get out of the bed and get out of bed to the bathroom, but I really at the same time didn't want to throw up. But it was to the point where I was like, okay, I gotta get up. And as I was getting up, there was a bag next to me on the floor. And I just grabbed and threw it up,
Can't
and I
trust the
tied
bag.
and threw it out the window.
Yeah.
Then I went to my mother's room. I was like, I just threw up, and I threw the bag out in the window. She was like, "Boy, why you threw the bag out? Why you didn't even get up?" I said, "Just to let you know. Good night."
I can't say.
I was at a friend's house and someone shit in the yard.
So before, we decided to take a friend who was completely shit faced and put makeup on him and then tied him to a tree
Shit.
That's how it's done.
across the street in the neighbor's house. And he sat there. It was great.
To this day,
Well, yes.
You know what's funny? Like I was passed out drunk, and friends of mine fed me a cheeseburger, and I just ate the fucking thing asleep.
wait, what else would you? What else would you do?
You know, but I was asleep, and they're just like slowly feeding it to me.
God fucking bless this kid. We were at state fucking bowling. And that is just a drunk fest for us when we did it. We were at state bowling and we like just got him shit faced. Like completely shit faced. We took him to the strip club, fucking had the fucking the woman, she's a porn star, she did the whole fucking dance because we told him he was getting married, which is a flat out lie. We just got him completely fucking shit faced. We got back to the room, we drank some more, we were playing fucking euchre, which is a card game, just playing cards, and we decided to fucking choke his ass out. And
That seems wild.
listen, super glue pop bottle or beer bottle caps to his fucking nether region. We got up the next fucking morning.
This sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'm not seeing like
we got up the next morning and said Allah Akbar.
We went to the bowling tournament, and it was during the practice session because you get 10 minutes of practice, right?
He super glued shit to my dick. That's not good.
We didn't super glue it to his dick.
It was to the clothing in that area.
No, it was on his ass. And his fucking, we didn't super glue anything to his balls or anything, but he got up there to throw his first ball. And all you heard is he threw his ball, and all you heard was clank, 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 clank.
That's fucking the jangling of beer caps. That's good. That's fucking terrible, but good.
Walked back and he's like, "That was me, motherfucker." He didn't care. It was
Oh
so
my god.
It was so great.
No, like,
I was an asshole when I was younger.
yeah, I'm still.
Still are.
I'm still an asshole, but I'm not as bad as I once was.
That's one day at a time.
What did
What used to be considered trashy but is now very classy?
Pissing in the shower.
Yeah, only 24 hours.
What is trashy, but it's not
Yep.
very.
I guess like being a
absolutely
fucking being a whore.
I agree with him. I agree
Yeah.
with
You're not wrong.
You know what? The more that is a very true statement. You think about it for a minute.
Mhm.
What you just said, basement being
Yes,
a whore.
because you got like celebrity whores, people that are whores, like legitimately like full time that make most money in the world, and then you've got TikTok and
fans of
everything
only.
else.
Fans of only.
Like being a
Mhm.
whore, and another thing is sex worker, just kind of like someone that's I'll let anybody watch me do anything with my body, is somehow now like cool.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm still on the bandwagon of the old school, being like, "That's a hoe."
Yeah.
What's trashy is classy now.
Yeah.
Being a nerd.
That was never trashy. It was just
No,
sad.
it was never the in thing to do. So that's about the best.
Tattoos.
I can come up with, though.
Yeah, I could see that, but even now,
Tattoos
to an
are
extent, I guess.
Tattoos were trashy.
I don't
They're
think they're
Only
considered.
if you was in a religious home.
I don't think tattoos are considered classy, though.
Well,
They're not
getting-
considered trashy.
It's harder to find somebody who's not tattooed than somebody who is tattooed.
Okay, so they're like acceptable, but I don't think they're classy. People feel like that's high class. Someone tattooed all over the body.
I would say
Angelina
smoking.
Jolie, Pink, Rihanna.
But they're not classy for their tattoos. You know what I'm saying?
Fine, lobster then. But what were you gonna say, Rayshawn?
I would say smoking and drinking.
Yeah, that's opposite. That was what people
Yeah,
wanted to do, and now it's trashy.
it's kind of gone back to being trashy. People don't smoke it. Well, she fucking inhales a vape.
Well, you said it.
Maybe
I don't-
like the overexposure of like wealth. That's
some
trashy.
are-
Actually,
Yeah,
it's, still
yeah, I
kind
see what you're saying.
it's more
Yeah.
accepted now, but like
You know what was trashy but is now classy? Being a wrestling fan.
mm-mm.
Nope.
I still trash.
No, it's still.
Yeah, still trash.
Last one I'll do for now.
I got one more.
Yeah.
Playing video games.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Agree. And I'm not saying it's classy, but it's not looked upon as. It used to be looked upon as like fucking sin and like way worse than like reading books. I'm like, man,
You're never going to be anything.
in my
Correct.
opinion, like playing a game, depending on what the game is, it's equivalent to reading a book. What's the difference, really?
Pictures.
For certain games.
Yeah.
Pissing in the shower. All right. What mythical
No,
creature?
you shut the fuck up.
What mythical creature would improve the world most if it existed?
Dragons. Fuck it.
I can't disagree with that. That's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
Improve the world?
Well, for me,
What is those things? The half human, half goat thingies?
Centaur?
Centaur?
Or are you talking
Centaurs.
about the fucking James
The hor-
McAvoy in that fucking movie, Narnia, whatever he
Oh,
was?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fucking
Great
satyr.
God Pan, half goat, half man, something like that.
Satyr. Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
Satyrs,
I'd rather
centaurs.
have
Satyr's half man,
centaurs.
half goat. Centaur is half horse, half person.
Mhm.
Okay, the half horse. Both of them motherfuckers.
Imagine that you get in a relationship with a centaur. You're gonna ride her in two ways.
Yeah.
What about a mermaid?
Ew, I'm allergic to fish. It's like, what does her virginity smell like? Or taste?
Oh, a fawn is half man, half goat.
Mm-hmm. Greek god Pan.
What the fuck did I make?
One half goat, the other half man. Pan, Greek god Pan. One half goat, the other half. Do you guys remember that? I hate everybody.
No.
No. I would like to see a unicorn just to grab the horn.
That's just a horse. Just put a,
Charlie. Magically a third on.
put a dildo on a horse. There you go.
That works.
I'm saying dragon, man. You can't replicate that.
Unicorn, Charlie. A magical unicorn.
Dragon's great.
Pegasus are better anyway.
Ah, fuck. Pegasus might be the winner. for me.
Pegasus, yes.
Shit.
No. Dragon.
Yugi boy.
What are you doing? Are you trying to think, or are you
I said mine, Pegasus.
a Pegasus?
What's
That's
yours,
probably more
JP?
practical.
Cyclops?
The same as you, a dragon, man.
Yeah, man. Dragon.
I think they would help the
Evolve.
world. I think it would fucking.
Oh, to help the world. Fucking
Yeah.
the
Not no
Jewish
dragon.
the Jewish goblins.
What?
Oh my
You're trying to
God.
From
destroy
Harry
the world.
Potter. I mean, well, dragons would technically fucking wrecked everything around.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be good for everybody
Yeah,
else.
Oh, you know what'd
watch
be
Mars
cool?
Attack?
I don't know what they'd be called. Like, not mermaids, because fuck that. But whatever is like fish people. Not mermaids.
Mermaids?
Not
Mermaid.
mermaids. Fish people.
Mermaids?
Mermaids?
God.
Fishermen?
Merman.
Whatever
Merman.
you're talking about whatever the sirens were.
No, that was mermaids.
Oh, I thought there was something else.
No, they
It's
were
mermaids.
He's talking about
No,
the ones that have the
sirens.
fish heads but the human body.
What?
Oh,
No,
mermaid.
but just people that lived in the ocean, because then we could trade with them. That would
Atlanteans?
fish people, whatever that is.
That's DC.
Mermen.
Oh my god.
What? That's a TV show.
Okay, if you
No,
want to
that's
improve the
Marlette.
world, you'll have people that could go down into the ocean, fucking mine and shit, right?
People do that.
That's where most of our oil comes
But it's
from.
it's
The
like,
ocean.
oh my god.
Fuck are you?
Why do you think the submarine exploded?
No, what did you say, Rayshawn? Was that gonna help the world with unicorns?
it.
What the fuck does that mean? We
I said that.
like, how's unicorns gonna help us?
I
for
said
fuck's
the
sakes?
horse, half horse, and fucking.
Yeah,
other-
how is that gonna help us? How's that gonna
It
help?
would help.
That's gonna hinder us. We gotta create toilets for fucking horsemen. That's gonna be
Exactly.
worse. That's gonna make the world worse.
Hey, why you get upset because you can't think of something other than
I
a
did think-
dragon?
Yeah, dragon's pretty good, but that's gonna make the world worse either. Everything's gonna make the world worse that you guys are saying,
No,
including
it's
me.
not.
Yes, horsemen, horsemen.
If we had the Pegasus, we could fly.
I mean, like, what happened?
Without
Like, they
these
can't drive a
airplanes
car.
or
Horsemen.
using cars or
Transportation.
using energy.
Are we
Transportation.
just
they
riding
can talk to
horsemen everywhere? Was
They
this
could
the new
talk to-
Uber?
Pegasus
you
is
ever-
a unicorn with wings.
It's not a
you. Have
unicorn.
you ever watched Hercules?
But you know what? Horsemen is terrible. A horse with
Horse.
wings? Fuck,
Yes.
man. You ever see, like,
Pegasus?
you ever see a plane? Like, goose?
You ever saw you ever saw fishermen?
Hold on. I just pictured fucking Pegasus getting fucking nailed by a 747.
Damn.
There's a reason there aren't flying cars, man. It's too hard to navigate.
Imagine being a pilot. All right, we're just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
It's too hard to navigate, man. And horseman is the worst. Like, that's changing the world for the worst.
No, it's not. At least
Yeah,
they can talk-
you know how fast can a horseman run? Is it faster than a fucking car? Because then they're gonna need a car, and you're gonna build a car for a horseman.
By the size of their bodies, they could probably get up to 60 or 70 miles an hour.
I don't
Running.
think so. I don't think so.
No. With all that extra man,
Oh.
and like think about the world. It's not built for horsemen. Sit at a table. You got a fucking horse in here. What the fuck you
Not
do with
built for
that?
dragons
Right
either.
now that I don't think the Earth is.
I felt
built
like
for-
I said dragons just so they could
I'm
destroy
crying.
like a ton of the population.
I'm crying so hard at the idea of a fucking horse getting hit by a goddamn plane and just feathers being flown all over the place. This is fucking hilarious.
I'm telling
Shit,
you.
a fucking dragon would be worse because the dragon would win.
In the end, the actual answer is like mammoth because they served a purpose, and that's what they're trying to bring them back now.
It's a dinosaur.
Magical Leopleurodon, Charlie.
Mammoth
Magical
is not a
Leopleurodon.
dinosaur, just a woolly
A
elephant.
dragon.
Oh god. Should we keep going with the topics we had on the list, or should we just keep going with these random
just
questions?
give me those questions. Fuck the topics. I don't give a shit.
Okay, I think we're having more fun with these anyway. All right. What's the weirdest? Hold on.
Mammoth.
Yeah, we'll do this. What is the weirdest thing you've seen in someone else's home?
An asshole.
Like 70 fucking VCRs?
Okay.
Their house was filled with VCRs. I'm like, if you're not working for the mob, I don't know what's going on here.
Go
The
ahead,
sofa.
Heather. Heather has something to say.
You-
She's gonna sneeze.
Plastic
You remember the
wrap
peekaboo dolls?
Oh, those things
Oh,
fucking.
sounds creepy as shit.
Yeah, those things creep me the fuck out. They are dolls. They are fabric-made dolls
Okay.
that are about 3 feet tall,
Ooh, I don't like that.
like this.
Google
Don't
it.
like it. I hate it. I hate
Put
it.
them up.
Google it.
I don't want to. I'm not going to.
So it looks like it's a child doing hide and seek or playing peekaboo.
How
Yep.
many do they have?
I would
They're
walk in there.
thousands.
I would
Oh my
walk in the
God.
door and then walk right the fuck out. The weirdest thing that I seen in someone's house was my mom actually had it, a picture of a naked woman on her wall.
That's not bad. It's art,
My
baby.
mom has a picture.
I was gonna say it's when
Like,
she.
is it an actual woman or is it a painting?
It looks more like poster work. It's not a painting. It looks like it was printed on poster.
I think my mom still has it. I will see if I can borrow it and I will show it to you. I'm not
take a
going to
picture
show
of it.
because it's nipple. You see nipple.
Oh, I like that.
Because
Great
I was
shot.
in our house growing up and I walked around. I'm like, I've always been fascinated with boobs.
I'm gonna take about 20 minutes to walk to where I need to go.
Yeah.
And I would just sit there and stare.
all you
at
hear, all you hear from the hallways.
I shit you not. I'm sitting in my living room and I literally would just sit there and look at that like I have the greatest thing in the world. My mom gets me looking boobs.
Can I have a look? Can I just have like 2 minutes alone in the living room for no apparent reason?
Get out!
Sounds more like a bitch.
There's some significance to the picture. I just don't.
You know, I
It's-
don't
it's a
like.
beautiful picture.
I don't
But-
like the carcasses of animals, like the fucking.
Oh, the taxidermy stuff.
Yeah, I'm not there for that. Don't want any of it. Even like it's a great book I shot down. I don't.
Oh
No.
my god, I forgot to tell you about this.
My uncle
A great book.
a deer hanging off his fucking knot.
Don't
I
care
forgot to
for
tell
it.
you this. So when we went into DC a couple of months ago, and we visited a couple museums. There was one that had like an exhibit about animals, and they had a giant taxidermy tiger at one of the displays, like full body, and I couldn't stop laughing. And my mom and my wife were like, "Why are you the way that you are?" And I'm like, the tiger looks like it's literally going like it has like a WTF I'm sad face on him, like he's like row right before he got killed, and it's stuck on the fucking thing, and I could not look at it without bursting out laughing. And they're both like, you're so fucking gone. I'm like, it looks like it knew it was coming.
That's the problem with taxidermy. It most of the time looks fucking creepy as shit.
Man, I wish I'm so mad I didn't take a photo of it, because it just looked like he looked like literally like the sad face, like with like the big guy. Hold on, let me see.
I don't
Literally-
want, I'm not here for stuffed animals.
Kind of like that.
Oh god, that's not
with
good.
with those eyes combined with where is it? Like that.
But you know what it also indicates to me is like, if you're gonna hunt an animal, in my honest opinion, you use every bit of the animal if you can.
Yeah.
But if your use of part of the animal is putting it on the wall so you can look at it every time you walk out, fuck that shit. That's creepy, man. To me, that's creepy.
Let's see.
I don't want to. I don't want to kill an animal and look at it every fucking
Ooh.
day.
If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Butter
Butter.
peanut.
Butter peanut.
Putter?
Butter made out of peanuts.
Butter spread.
Butter spread.
Uh,
Some smooth shit.
Nut juice?
yeah,
How about-
nut juice is
how
good.
Nut juice.
Nut,
or
nut paste.
how
Nut
about
nut
paste.
paste, yeah.
flavored butter.
What?
Pea paste.
Nut flavored butter.
That's just kind of right.
He's not
Flavored
wrong.
nuts.
Mm-hmm.
D's nuts?
Bad
Sure.
boy juice.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think.
Asparagus?
What?
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 Did he say asparagus?
I don't know. I was thinking Mr. Peanuts butter. But that
Butterworth?
sounds just more disgusting. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical?
Harry Potter.
Quantumania.
Fast and the Furious.
God.
You know what movie? Jaws. Or Friday the 13th.
You know what?
Halloween.
It's Schindler's List.
No, I know. I've got one better.
We're going
I
to
think- I
die.
think
We're
I've got-
going to die.
You know, I have never seen Schindler's
Oh,
List.
it's a really good movie. It is, to be
God.
honest.
For what reason, Basement?
For the movie being good. What do you think I am, a monster?
I think the movie that would be better if it was sung on Broadway would be the best Christmas movie, which is Die Hard.
Mm. He had to say best.
I was gonna
Christmas movie.
say Birdemic.
Yeah, that's also a terrible movie. So,
You
I love
know
how
what I was
what
gonna
was
say?
that movie
You know
we
what I-
watched with the Raptors? Do you guys remember that movie?
Terrorbirds.
Basketball?
Yeah, that was pretty
Do you
good.
know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm gonna
Basketball.
say?
What, JB?
The last fucking
The last home video we shot, Heather.
Johnny Quest? What?
last Avengers movie.
Masturbators?
Endgame?
No.
Oh, Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame would make a good.
Musical.
Avengers?
Well, I mean, they also played on that in that show.
They're,
In
they're
Hawkeye.
turning it into an actual performance.
They are.
I would, yeah, I'd go with Schindler's List.
Yeah, I think that might be the winner on that one. What would be the worst buy one get one free sale of all time?
AIDS.
I say coffins.
Well, depends on how many people are dying.
The worst: buy one get one free.
Uh-huh.
Frappuccinos.
No,
Expired
STD
meat.
STD results.
I
Buy
mean,
them? It's America.
Yep,
Why are you buying your STD results?
because our healthcare system is shit.
Yeah.
Buy one, get
Canada.
one free.
Hobo shoes.
Why are you buying hobo shoes?
Uh,
No, still accept. I don't accept that. I don't accept that face.
tax returns. I don't know.
Buy one, get one free.
buy one deer head, get the next one free.
Colonoscopies.
What's something you only need to buy once? And you don't want more than one.
Everybody get one. Your prostate exam.
Well,
Maybe like a male hooker.
You see for here in the United States, a prostate exam is free because it is part of your
Preventative care.
It's also a pain in the ass.
Mhm. But so is a male hooker. And do you want
I was
two
gonna
coming at
say-
you?
I was gonna say oldest hookers on the street.
Hell, I wouldn't even pay once.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm sure there are people out there that be like, pussy is pussy. It's whatever. So
You know
It
what? Maybe
is,
like
but
if you're part of that crew that's paying to go to Mars, why would you want to pay twice? You're never coming back, bitch.
there you go. That'd be one of mine.
Ooh, here we go. This is a good one. What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
All is my answer.
I don't even know. It's hard to choose.
Ooh.
Basketball.
I feel like baseball might be the winner on that one for me.
Baseball.
No.
They're already jacked on
You can't do that
steroids.
because I have played that sport drunk, and I can tell you, yes, you are correct.
I feel like I'm more looking forward to like not the people playing the sport being drunk, but the officiating being drunk.
Yeah.
And baseball
Well, I
still
would
is
say-
there.
Well,
So
the thing.
I'm going to tell you right now, I have also done that drunk.
What hasn't
haven't you done drunk?
We had softball tournaments. When we would have softball tournaments, if you won, you would have to umpire the next game.
So, so you prepared, you pre-gamed. The reason I said baseball is because I mean you could argue football or basketball too, but like for me, it's a combination of like the hand-eye coordination skill with hitting the ball combined with running in the street.
to the base.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to tell
I mean,
you.
what is that sport where you just shoot fucking
Hold on.
targets?
I was just going to say the
T-ball?
sport that. Now, what was the question again?
Okay.
What sport?
Most hilarious if a copious amounts of alcohol was
Strongman competitions. Give it to
Add
me.
a mandatory amount of alcohol.
During the
Oh,
Biathlon, where you cross country ski and then you have
oh
to stop
shit!
and-
You know, the problem is
Yeah.
like half of that shit is boring. I'm gonna go with strongman competitions because
Faced. He shot the wrong target, Bob. Well, fuck me in the
God,
ass.
it would look like fucking like kids playing Double Dare or Legends of the Hidden Temple where they're stumbling over them fucking themselves. Oh, that JP might be onto something on that one.
you know
What about-
what's
what
the
about
what's
doing
the
Wipeout?
well is that like an actual sport?
I
Or,
already said it, biathlon.
what if you like what polo on horses? Everybody's gonna be Christopher Reeve.
What about- oh, you talking about the man horses?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the man horses. That's the
God.
only use we have for them now that they've invaded our society and they can't shit properly or go anywhere.
Yo.
Let's see here. What would be the creepiest thing you could say while passing a stranger on the street?
Nice tits.
No, that's not that creepy. It's just weird, but
I know where you live.
Good to see you again.
I have my eye on you.
Oh,
What?
let me see.
your
Let me see.
father says hello.
Pretty good.
Fuck, that's a great one.
Hey, I talked to your mom last night.
I want my. Never mind.
Good choice of underwear. Oh man.
You know that bra never matched.
Let's see.
You smell like
What-
my brother.
What are
Can I see your panties? What?
Hmm?
Go ahead.
It's a guy. What are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could settle their differences with?
Sex?
Cornhole.
A game of cornhole.
Yeah, like what Basement just said.
No. An actual game of cornhole.
Spades,
Oh.
playing spades.
I would want to really like give me
I mean,
like
what,
the
like,
kittiest,
I
like
would say, like-
Foursquare or
I mean, if you wanted to like
tetherball.
melding of the minds, it would be like chess.
No. Give me something really ridiculous and stupid.
Alright.
double
They-
dutch.
They have
So-
to do double dare. They have to bring Double Dare back to life, and they would have to. do
So both of the
No.
leaders start on each side of the playing field. Each
Mhm.
one of them take a step forward. We
Mhm.
have littered the playing field with mines.
Sticking your tongue to a pole.
Hold on, I'm liking where
gonna-
Basement's ideas
yeah,
going.
yeah. So I'm gonna say you can choose to go diagonal, front, or wherever you want to go. But if you go to the wrong place, you're blowing up and dying. So that's my
And then
choice.
for losing the match.
That's real life Minesweeper.
Yeah, exactly. Except
There
you
you go.
don't get that warning,
Or the grid.
and you die.
Yeah, that's always a bummer.
What about an eating contest? They both have to eat the most fucking McDonald's cheeseburgers. Whoever wins loses.
Which are sandwiches.
God damn it.
Oh man. God, I lost my train of where my questions were. Let's see. What or hold on, no. What would be the nope. What are some of the things what are some things that are okay to occasionally do, but definitely not okay to do every day?
Piss in the shower.
Pick your nose.
Well, wait, what? Piss in the shower, what?
He said masturbation. I said pick your nose.
Beat
See,
your.
yes, both.
I'm gonna go with beat your kids.
What the fuck?
No, that's every day needed.
Okay.
I mean,
Like the one thing I wish everybody would realize that we're all people and we're all disgusting and we do disgusting things. So just accept it.
This question is not about never doing it. It's about doing it within limitations and like somewhere more
Yeah.
private.
Okay, so
Well, it's
my
okay to do
answer-
every once in a while, but just not every day.
My answer is like trying to care about everybody else.
Personal plus.
Eating an entire chocolate cake or an entire
That's-
pizza.
How big a pizza though? That's the real question.
Small,
Oh.
medium, large.
I love the I'm sure it's fake, but I don't give a shit. It's still funny to me.
How much like of a pizza could you eat?
I've eaten 2 whole pizzas in one sitting.
Oh God, how dog?
Basement, I am a large fat man.
You are a beautiful man, and I respect your decision to eat 2 large pizzas.
Hear the care, concern, and the what the fuck in your voice when you just said that sentence.
Are you
like,
saying
I
large
respect
pizzas?
your decision.
Two large. Did you
really
eat?
I really respect everything that you've done.
Did you eat 2 large pizzas?
Yeah.
Damn.
How long? How long? Give us some time.
How long? Wait, how long? What? How long ago did I do it?
How
Or how long
long?
did it take?
No, how long did it take?
Oh, it took a while. It took it like
that's fine. Then they we're talking about
2
like
hours?
fucking
2
breakfast,
hours?
dinner. 2.
What?
That's not
large
that long a
fries.
time, man.
In
2
one
hours.
sitting? That is a
Did
lot.
you
No, I
throw
got up
up?
and walked away.
You know what? Like I tried. I threw up.
At best, I can get 4 slices.
I
Of a large.
I could
actual
eat a medium pizza by
depends on
myself.
how
I could
hungry
for sure.
I am.
was about to say I have to preface with the fact that like I ate nothing. It was like a very early lunch, like around like 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I had not eaten dinner or breakfast previously, and I didn't eat anything else the rest of the day.
I just feel like my body is like no. Like I remember like
you're
eating a medium pizza and like I was on the road, right? I pulled over to like an Asian store and the parking lot was huge, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna go into this fucking random part of the parking lot because my stomach was like, you ain't keeping this down, and I was just barfing my brains out. And I looked to the side and all I saw was Asian people being like, "Oh my!"
Come on.
I you know what I tried to do to like pull them off the scent that I was just there to barf. I opened my fucking I can't speak. I opened the hatch to my fucking
The butt hatch.
I opened the hatch. And I was pretending I was trying to fix my car, and I was just barfing constantly. Looked over them, I saw their fucking Chinese eyes, and they were judging massively. I got back in my car and I drove away.
While he was still puking.
Well,
Here's a
no,
good
I stopped.
I think this will be my last one for the evening. If you were wrongfully put into an insane asylum, how would you convince them that you're actually sane and not just pretending to be sane?
You can't.
I'm fucked.
Same.
You know what that is? It's the what are you doing? Me? Nothing. Just hanging around. That's what that.
That's my fucking answer. I have nothing. What are you doing? I'm just sitting here trying to figure out why I'm here.
Me? Nothing. Just hanging around.
Just hanging around.
I'd be like, look, I didn't piss in the shower.
He's free.
Freedom.
It's
He's
been
gonna-
2 weeks. Can I go home now?
I
don't
feel
know.
like as soon as you're there, you're never leaving. And I feel like our entire society is there.
Well,
And we're never leaving.
So if you were put in an insane asylum, you're never getting out because no matter what you say or how you say it.
It depends on the type of
So
asylum.
let me ask you, what's a man, what's a woman, what's crazy, what isn't? Nowadays, you're not in an insane asylum, but you are, and you think you aren't.
We
But
just
let me
have
ask
more
you
room.
that. Like,
We just have more room in
what's
this one.
crazy? So if you're working and your boss is
Say
like,
if I'm a straight man, I'm considered insane, so I would sit in a fucking.
like,
insane.
if I went to like my boss and was like, "Thanks, ma'am, for letting me do my job well," and she's like, "Excuse me," I'm like, "Oh God, it's the end. It's the end."
Oh, man.
I don't even see. Nobody sees anybody anymore, so you can't make those judgments. And
True.
like that, my work head was like, I thank God I wasn't working during this, but they're like, they had a huge rush for people to be like, he, her, him, it, whatever. I was like, thank God that didn't hit me.
You just made me dizzy.
Yeah.
But like here in Canada, like if you like mispronoun somebody, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The fact of the matter is, like, half the people that want to be women that are men just look like bad-looking
That's-
men.
That's a
So
conversation.
we have to get up and speak in front of people all the time. So whenever I go to give a speech, I'm always like, no matter what the fuck you are, I don't care what you do. I literally say, if you like women, great for you. If you like guys, hey, that's all about you. If you like both, do your
I
thing.
feel like the core of the issue that they're fighting is accepted by pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
But the over, like, sensitivity of the matter is a problem.
Yes.
Agreed.
You can only say so much. Why would you say that? Because I don't know how you people want me to say things. So, like, we have to go through sensitivity training once a year. And it's so fucking dumb.
So do we.
Well, you can't say this.
Well,
So
I used to say, like, have a good night.
Like, you can literally say hi to anybody without offending them.
I used to say, have a good night, guys. Now I have to say a good night, have a good night, everybody. Because apparently...
Oh, you can say have a good night, guys.
No, at work.
No, not my work. Now my work is...
You know what you say? This is how I usually... Have a good night, peeps.
I should say just fuck off and leave.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and masturbate, motherfucker.
I'm already home. I've already started. You guys don't know it.
It's so...
It's
People
terrible.
are so...
Goodbye, partnership. That's, I think, I mean, I'm good for questions now because I'm starting to...
8,000 topics we didn't touch on, but...
Perfect. I'm deteriorating, so...
Is there anything of the topics that you guys put in there? I didn't put any of them. That you want to talk about?
One thing. There was... I don't care about talking about the Oceangate thing again. I really don't.
Yeah, there's nothing really there.
I'm good.
What was the...
Well, I mean, I'm not good. I'm fucking deteriorating.
I
but
would
still.
really like to fuck a bear. That's for sure. You guys put a lot of this, like, I don't know how you say it, Gilgo or Giljo Beach.
It's
fucking...
Gilgo Beach. Yeah, that was something that started happening in 2010. They started finding bodies on this long stretch of beach on Long Island called Gilgo Beach, and for a long time there, they were suspecting that it was actually a long-haul truck driver that was involved with it, and they were expecting it to be years to find the person. Turns out it was a local Massapequa man.
Massapequa?
Yeah! Well, Massapequa Park.
It's really fun to say.
Yeah. And he was actually a very renowned businessman for that area. And also a family member of mine actually went to school with him.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, so
This
it's
guy
just...
was most serial killers are like the
But this is why, like, when we talk about like all this shit, like, oh, these people are pedophiles. It's like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure the
it's
Clintons are
insane.
fucking pedophiles. For
Mhm.
sure. I
Yeah.
would bet money on them fucking kids.
I hate people. Yeah, I'm good as far as any of the other topics.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing is really the only arguing with people about WWE, but I've talked that
The only other thing too is the Shotzi Blackheart shaved her head and fucking.
It would kind of.
I don't know if you know Leslie Van Horton was released from prison.
Who's
If
that?
you don't know
Oh
who
yeah,
she
yeah.
If you don't know who
I
she
know
is,
who she
was
is.
one of the Manson part of the
Children.
Manson.
Oh yeah, yep.
She was released. She was released from prison. Okay.
The thing is,
She's
like, yeah, if the like, whether you like it or not, if the law says this is what it is, this is what it is.
I get it.
But
Should
she was
have
also
been-
like a fucking
Oh, do I
acolyte.
believe- the question is, do you believe somebody can be reformed? while
I
in prison?
do believe somebody can be reformed in
So
prison.
that's the question that needs to be asked, and I think they can be. I personally think that these women were brainwashed
Yes.
into doing these things.
Oh yeah.
The time
So-
that they spent away from him, they came to their senses.
I don't like citing this as my example for people can be reformed.
Yeah.
I feel like
Mhm.
there's a lot of examples of people that shouldn't be in prison for fucking 5-10 years for shit that doesn't matter, but they're
Right.
there because we need to check our remarks. We need to make sure we're arresting these many people. That is
Right.
horseshit. Yes, you were doing something illegal, but good God, it doesn't mean 10 years in prison.
Yeah, so
This,
these-
however, yeah, she should have been in prison for the length of time she was in prison. And I don't.
Well,
They
right. But I think I think a murderer can be reformed.
I think
Well,
that it all
no,
depends. Okay, it all depends on the trial of why somebody was a murderer. Like, some people are convicted of murder, even though, like, at times, like, I would do that. No, like, yeah, there's a bunch of people fucking killing people. It's like, oh, you slept with my wife while I was away. And it's like, I kind of get it to an extent.
I get that. And I think these women, the people that did this shit, were brainwashed by Charlie Manson.
But do you think, like, if somebody swept, oh my God, I'm fucked. If somebody slept
You're
with,
fucked.
yeah, if somebody slept with your wife, do you feel like the sentence should be shared, you and your wife?
Oh, man, that.
I feel like walking away for doing something that is going to incite hatred in people, it's like an accessory to murder, in my mind.
I think they should have some. They should bear some burden of responsibility, but maybe not.
Yeah,
but not the not
bear some burden of the
But
not
everything
equally,
is it's so intricate for like what was going on beforehand. The law system will never be able to implicate people properly because
No.
things
no.
are so fucking complicated when it comes down to the level.
Yep.
Agreed.
Stop
That's pretty much
trying to rape me, JP.
Oh my God. You'll be all right.
Just with his eyes.
Acknowledge me.
I've had to deal with that issue on both sides of the fence.
Well, this is
Deal
one side of the
with it
fence,
now.
baby.
Back door. So that's gonna do it for.
Me that did it. No. Just so everybody knows. But I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, go ahead, Connor.
No, I think that's good for tonight, right? We're gonna wrap it up to this evening. All right, bitchin'. That was no bugs
Love
given.
how
Thank
he
you for.
like didn't allow anybody to say no because he's like, I need to sleep.
I'm kind of retarded.
I know. I'm gonna piss in
Fine.
your shower.
That's why I changed my profile. Well, are we good? Did you want to bring anything else up?
I
Mason?
haven't pissed in your shower, so I'm gonna bring up. I may go. Shut up, bitch. I may go live tomorrow, but chances are dwindling since I feel like I'm dying inside.
I'm surprised. I was saying I'm deteriorated. I'm surprised you're fucking still breathing. But yeah, make sure you check out all the other cool streams we did this week. We did come back with a Marvel Roundtable, which I'm sorry for putting on my friends that torture.
I'm
we
looking
did
forward to the next movie, though.
No, it's going to be good. Shredder's Revenge and Crash. We did a little bit more on that on Wednesday, so make sure you go back. Elden Ring, Basement finally beat the tutorial level. And, of course, we had HGGM of last... Yeah, tutorial level.
I didn't do the tutorial. I beat...
Oh, shocker.
You son of a bitch. I'm going to piss in your shower.
Make sure you flush. And then, of course, we had HGGM, Great American Bash. Go check that out. Thanks to Rayshawn, Basement, Heather, and JP as always. And we'll see you guys. Make sure you download us on your favorite podcasting platforms because guess what, folks? Now the video formats of these things are going to be on Spotify. Boom, baby. So we'll be all over the place. But yeah, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that fun jazz. Thank you all for in the chat. And we'll see you guys really, really soon. So until then, peace out.
Night, guys.
The fun part is that we get drunk. And we might be live for forever because of...
Acknowledge me!
I'm gonna piss in all your showers. Oh, I just ended the stream with them.